Konbanlux. Watashi wa Akira Lux desu. Hi everyone, hello. I hope you're all doing well. We're back. More Blue Archive, which is always a good thing. More Blue Archive. Oh god, new volume, new Arius, oh my god. Yes, so I did Arius Summer off screen, just to, wow, the worst thing happened after Richard came out a year early. Did he fucking really? Bruh. I need that ending music on my Spotify because, Saori can sing. Wow. So, you know. Oh god. Opinions on Akemi? She's cool. I think she's cool. I definitely came out of that significantly more curious about Professor Smug than anything else, because she's the one who broke out the 7 prisoners. Also, if I remember correctly from the lore you guys tell me and I was reminded of, Professor Smug is the character that got that one mangaka to absolutely mind break and just become a Blue Archive writer, right? Or not writer, but like fan artist. Hi Strawberry, hello, hope you're doing well. The Void DX for NA has failed. Good news, you got him in 1 multi. Oh damn, nice. Richard dropping nearly a year early. Shook. Who would win, Mika or Akemi? Mika. Is a great little side story between Akemi and Sumire. Honto. Yes, okay. It is her. Alright, just making sure. Just making sure it was her. What is it? What is it in Japanese? Nia? Yeah. Rimukuro Senko. Yeah. That manga. Just making sure. Yes, we're here for more Arius. We're here for volume 6, chapter 1, Oratorio of Days Gone By, Sights Beyond the Boundary. You got him in 2 multis by draining the luck to normally. Oh my god. Yeah, I saw. So, Sailor's got in 1 multi, and Strawberry got in 2. Hot damn. Heading to Arius Satellite School for a special lesson. I'm scared. The most recent dojin is for Konoe. Really subscribe to the cute and funny, which is based as hell. I know he also likes Alba, right? I mean, who can blame him? Because of how Nia Halo is very similar to Akko, should appear in Gehenna. Yes, the ever elusive Gehenna volume. The grind never ends. You think a grind ends? That was the first mistake. Chains. He likes the fluff. It's based. Hello? Oh, I like that Halo design. Oh, where's this a tunnel again? Maybe I should take a break. Hello? I figured that as long as I made it here, things would work out one way or another. They have to. It has to be different outside. After all, if this was the path that the squad took... Oh! It really is the exact same tunnel! Surely even I can follow in their footsteps. I guess Arius squad has become something legendary, which, I mean, fair. Did it start raining? It's so cold. I can't feel my fingers. Just keep moving. How much has she been traveling? You haven't been paid for 5 days? Well, we never signed a contract, so as far as I'm concerned, you haven't worked at all. Oh my god! You're a New Year's servant now. Richard is released. Oh no. Arius? Nah, never heard of it. So you mean to say you haven't had any academic records at all? Huh? I can work on that. Eh? Hey, got some under the table work for you. What do you mean you won't? Aren't you used to getting your hands dirty? How did I know? Do you really think I would have hired you without a background check? I have my ways of getting intel. You're trying to go clean? That's why you won't? Look, kid. There's only one thing you're good for, so you might as well make the most of it. What? You think some ice cream shop is gonna hire you to serve good, upstanding citizens? Get out of my sight. Got no use for someone like you. It was all a lie. Nothing good would ever come my way. Nothing good would fall into my lap so easily. Nothing good ever happens the way you want. Dreaming is free, but the consequences of reality are inescapable. There's no paradise for runaways. I knew that. I did. But I still held on to my dreams. I fervently grasped for what they call hope. It was all just a dream. I made it back. I'm sure nothing's going to change, but I feel a little better at least. Arius Satellite School. The place where I was raised, where I was forced to endure, where I was educated. Our school. Hello? You're back. Oh my god, she's adorable! Oh wait, she's so cute! Wait, she's so baby! Huh? You probably have a lot to say, but for now, go get some rest. I think I know who this is. Is that Subaru? Yep. It's past 10 minutes. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Anyway, sorry, she's really hot. Yes, that's me. Kakehashi Subaru. Tachigi? Tachigi Maya? Maya? Tachigi Maya, right? You don't have anything to worry about. Even if the world has abandoned you, I haven't. Arius hasn't. She's a bit of a baddie. She is a baddie. Subaru over Saori? Don't. That's a difficult question. Don't do this to me. Yes! Welcome back to our Arius. A student, and we're in training. I just realized there was no music for like all of that. Yeah, it's ominous as hell. Our light! It's been a while, Sensei. We need to see each other more often, or I might forget what you look like. Actually, I think about it. It has been a while since we saw anyone from Makeup Work Club, huh? Oh. Oh, I feel a little bad. Will you? Interesting. I've committed the shape of Sensei's face and the point of their ears to memory. The point of my what? All roads lead back to Trinity? Yeah, you're telling me. Recalling a target's appearance perfectly is all a part of completing my mission. Oh, we have a... the face. Koharu! Hi. What are you even saying? Some make you sound like you're going to assassinate Sensei. Rather than such violent intentions, perhaps the nature of her mission is that of a late-night call? For makeup classes, of course. Yes. Truly a makeup work club. Makeup work club, how I've missed you. Oh, no. And now what are you saying? Are you incapable of holding back your lewd tendencies for a single moment? Are you cursed? Will your tongue fall off if you don't talk about it at least once a day? Death penalty! Oh. Oh. Weird expressions are also illegal! I've just decided! Well, it would be nice to see you again before our schedules pick up next week, Sensei. Akina's birthday flashback? Shut. No. Same vibe as Rika, you like? I guess you wouldn't know. Trinity's comprehensive exam season is going to be in full swing next week. So I really need to start studying, like, really badly. The infamous Trinity Comprehensive Exam. It's a series of standardized tests meant to evaluate students' knowledge on all fronts. Linguistic proficiency, health education, health classes, and health education. As the name suggests, it's a comprehensive exam of all the subjects we're expected to know. Did I make a cat noise? Yes. Did someone clip it? No. I don't think there's that many sections on health. Wait, I get it. Ugh. I'm also curious about the detail. I learned about what supplemental exams were for. However, the main difference is that the test writers for the Trinity Comprehensive Exam aren't from Trinity. I can't remember exactly why. Something about credibility? Objectivity? That's correct. There's too much potential for bias if the questions come from within Trinity. It would even provoke people to ask, how is it fair for the person who wrote the exam to take that same exam? And it's a small concession, but the comprehensive exam has the own advantage of not including chapel studies. Hi, Joseph. Hello. Hope you're doing well. What's that? Something even worse than the comprehensive exam? I guess I get it. Based on my analysis of Sensei's expression, they did not particularly enjoy it. I don't think there is anyone to have. It's English. We all know what language I failed. I understand. Sensei's trying to assure us that everyone dislikes taking exams regardless of who they are. Myself included. You find that hard to believe? Sensei, despite your skewed perception of me, I truly am just an ordinary high schooler. Hanako, I say this with the most love and affection from the bottom of my heart. No one in Kivitos can be described as ordinary. Absolutely no one in Kivitos would I describe as ordinary. Makeup Work Club again? Oh, yes. Seeing them just for a few minutes. I know. You failed chemistry 3 times? Oh. I nearly failed chemistry, but that's because I took an advanced class. ordinary? Well, if you're offering special late-night exams, proctored by you, Sensei, then I'd enjoy immensely. Uh-oh. You better stop it or else! Oh dear, Koharu. Or else what? Death penalty! Yeah, I missed them. Understood. Ifumi, there is no danger of failing in the mission comprehensive exam. Yeah, since Trinity isn't proctoring the test, it won't affect our grades, but that's all the more reason for us to do our best. Trinity students are the elite! We can't come second to any other school! Also, you won't technically fail anything, but if you completely bomb, you'll have to participate in make-up study sessions. So even if I can't fail, I can still fail. You could put it that way. They just don't want to punish the struggling students too harshly. Such a lovable dynamic. Oh, I love the goobers. Are you kidding me? Kind of like what we did for the Makeup Work Club. I know it's called a study session, but they don't expect you to do much more than show up. But no one wants a study session to infringe upon what precious few hours we have to ourselves after school, do they? Study hard club! Right! Well said, Sensei. In the event I end up being the only one to fail the comprehensive exam, will you be the teacher in charge of my makeup study session? No! Hanako, no! Hanako, no! Just image it. An empty classroom. With just the two of us. It's hot, we open the window, and the evening breeze grazes over us. Being the troublesome student I am, I gaze out at the warm flush of the setting sun. Sensei comes close to chastise me. A strong breeze comes in. Sensei instinctively reaches out to protect me. Hanako! The two of us are eye to eye, nose to nose. Even we're unconscious of how we're leaning in. Closer and closer. What? Hanako! Huh? You are banned from speaking! Banned! I don't know if Hanako got worse, or we've just been so far away from each other I just have gotten not used to it again. And Trinity's declining birth rate issues get solved. Oh my god! Vigilante crew doesn't rest? Eh? Oh! Hi, Arius. I'm sorry. All I know her is her being a fucking goblin. You wonder about Hanako's AO3 account? Honestly, you should be wondering about Koharu's AO3 account. Nice foreign weapon, Koharu. That Asuka actually understood Hanako because of how she's hanging out with her so much. I think they all understood her. Whether that's a good or a bad thing is up to you. Why are they hitting it even though we're... Phaelus, don't think too hard about it. You're new to Blue Archive, Phaelus, don't think too hard about it. Of course not. Academics and public safety are equally important. Behold, this is the indomitable will of the Vigilante crew. You will never bend on our principles. Right, Suzumi? Suzumi! Oh my god, guys! Suzumi screen time! Suzumi screen time! Oh my god! Guys! Wow! It's Suzumi! You love her. You love that she's getting an alt. Even more happy that Suzumi's getting one too. Yeah! People are born here? How? The logistics don't add up. Don't worry about it. New student volume 6 real. Oh my god. Regardless, studying is the inherent responsibility of any student. So I have to agree. Sorry? Just seeing you makes me feel lighter inside? I don't know what that means. Wait, is that supposed to be a meta thing? Is that supposed to be a joke how we like never see this girl? Me neither. But there is no bad thing in something good. Blah blah. Oh, ooey! Oh, it's you two. I saw some visitors snuck in here. Is Sensei just here to check on us since it's exam season? Ah. Sorry, I can't help but think of the Shimiko alt, where she's, you know. Linguistics on these tests are so rudimentary. I hardly need to study. There's other subjects too, Ui. That's why it's called the comprehensive exam. Early shift. Okay, see you later, fellas. Hope you sleep well. Good luck with work. Books cover all sorts of subjects, so I'll be fine. You'll be fine? Even with... math? Yeah! That's no good, President. Just like how being a picky eater isn't good for your health, being a picky reader is bad too. Me? I'm a first year, so the scope of my test will be much less difficult than the present. Who is a third year? How unfair. Oh! Hi! Hey, Sensei. We did all get together to study for the comprehensive exam. Listen well, brave students. When our sugar levels get low, so does our brain function. Oh no. Maybe we should only refuel with the most premium of fuels, glucose. Therefore, indulging in dessert during this critical time is not only romantic, but completely necessary. Natsu. Never change. Exactly! What's studying without snacks? That's why we keep you around, Natsu. And now we're here. Sorry, Sensei. You even made time to check in on us. Some people are just really relaxed about it. Math is your favorite subject? I'm sorry for your loss. The problem is that you're very slow doing like very slow calculated. Naturally, Sensei, a remedial knight rises to the challenge, whether it be exams or aid. You're talking about oxygen? I don't think Natsu is wrong. I don't think Natsu is ever wrong. I think Natsu is always correct. Natsu becomes more and more your fave as we interact with her. She is quite literally the vibe and the moment. In fact, this comprehensive exam is merely aid given new form. Most exams and aid are a benefit to the people. We must uphold our passionate dedication to providing aid by following its principles in all circumstances. Thus, aid comes in many forms, such as reaching out a helping hand with pure intentions rather than selfish desires, or standing against injustice by any means necessary. This is also a manifestation of aid. Curb stomp the exams, bruh. Yeah, I see a lot of people like this arc a lot, so we're gonna see what happens. Consider the corrupt medical supplier who created a subpar product, which failed to properly disinfect and treat wounds in an attempt to cut costs. By meting out their punishment, I am aiding both them and the general it leads back to this. Mika is your favorite character, base. And history is your favorite subject, nice. My favorite is also Mika. I hope we do see Tea Party even for these, like, scenes where we just see everyone. I hope so. All paths lead to aid. Thus, this exam is also aid. Oh, Serena! What exactly does aid mean? I suppose it's what we of the remedial knights value above all? You know, I was wondering why the cutting-edge medical advances Trinity has made being tested on the exam. Maybe because our edge is just a little too sharp. And I... Look at her! Look at her! Cute. Why do you want me to ditch Haruka so bad? What'd she do to you? Are you okay? Sensei? What are you doing here? Oh, I'm happy you want to check on us, but... Take a few deep breaths, Suzuki. Please compose yourself in front of Sensei. Yeah. Thank you, Sensei, for your consideration. Did I interrupt? Not at all. Proper breaks are an essential part of the process. Besides eating or patrols, we've done nothing but study for the past few days. We get less free time than most, so we end up having to cram in what we can. Whatever chance we get. Oh, Ichika! She's totally right, but you don't have to be so worried, Sensei. Everyone here is well aware of what life the Justice Task Force would be like when they signed up. Face off his sword that will not drag you into a rabbit hole. Haters. Haters, I'm going to throw you. I am going to psychically throw you. Yes, resolutely marching forward on our chosen path, no matter the obstacles. That's what makes us who we are. Speaking of obstacles, I'm still stuck on this part. Can you explain moral relativism to me? Oh, I love that face! It's a little hard for me too. If something is moral or immoral only relative to a particular standpoint, then can you really define anything as moral? It's one of those things that feel more complicated the more you think about it. Well, let's try starting with memorizing this theory. Oh! Sisterhood! They gender swap some of them, at least in grand order. Guys, the more you talk, the more it feels like you guys don't know I actually stream Fate. You have no right to judge you for a rabbit hole. You read Umineko no Naku Koroni twice. Oh. Oh. I mean, from what I've heard, it's a pretty good thing. Yes. I've had to hold study sessions in the large auditorium. Attendance is mandatory for all sisters. What if they're shy? I'm failing to understand. We at the Sisterhood strive to live a life free of shame and sin. As students, studying is one of our prime directives. What reason do they have to shy away from their sisters in time of need? I trust the Sisterhood and its members with my very life. But regardless, I have assured them that they may schedule a consultation with me to discuss any apprehensions they may bear. I shall do all I can to put them at ease. For most sisters, a one-on-one consultation with you is... Quite the opportunity, yes, Sister Hinata. I must always seek new ways to embody the compassion, upright principles we preach onto others. Should I? Leave? As you say, I suppose. I convinced Sakurako to ease up a little bit! And in the end, we made the study session optional for all sisters. Hinata and Mari really have it rough! The mobs. Sensei, hello! Well, I may have been procrastinating on studying a little bit. Truly? You treat us as deserts if we do well? I'll hold you to that. You two all even started studying in advance this time. Sakurako has an issue of being unintentionally intimidating. Unintentionally? You mean you'll rest your eyes after taking one page of notes again? I absolutely saw you fall asleep too. I smiled at the girls' banter and went on my way. Surprised by 2 students both clearly anxious. Oh, no tea party? We're mobs. Sensei? Do you have a second? It's in her momos. Oh my god. It's probably the first time we see them not being complete assholes. Yeah, I hope that keeps up. What's happening? Welcome, Sensei. So, this is our room. Wait, I forgot. Forget what? Sensei, we're really sorry. Could you actually wait outside just for 5 minutes? I know this probably seems weird. Please, just 5 minutes. I decided to do as they asked and stepped out into the hallway. After a while... You can come in. I mean, please come in now. Are they Arius mobs? Hello again. Oh, they are! We didn't mean to surprise you. In fact, we mean no harm at all. I suppose, according to Trinity, you could call us Arius transfers? I can't. It's so weird to see that hallway empty. It's so weird to see that hallway empty, considering the first time we see the hallway. Whew. Mobtrons look cute. Was that the mask they do? You might not remember about Madame and everything that happened, but one day she just disappeared completely. You're happy she was gone, but also a complete loss. You could feel the tension everywhere you went. What would happen to Arius? That's when we met them. Them? Around here should be okay. Your uniform! Trinity? Please, shh. Yes, I am. I didn't mean to scare you. I was supposed to wear the tea party's uniform instead of this, but... Tea party? Wait, what is that? It's something like a club in Trinity that really appreciates tea time. What? We could transfer to Trinity? But for us, Trinity... Yes, I understand where you're coming from. I swear my intent isn't to pressure you in any way. I'm only reaching out my hand as an option. You can take my open hand to start a new life at Trinity. You don't have to. No matter what you wish to do, it's your choice. It's just... This is so sudden. I understand. In fact, I'm sure this was the last thing you were expecting. You don't have to answer right away. There are people at Trinity and the Tea Party who sincerely want to bridge the gap between us. Not a lot, but enough. If those was an anime, there'd be a very quick flash of Mika. That means anything too public would be difficult. Even if we could transfer, and even if there are some people who would welcome us. This is before Azusa transferred? No, I think this is no, this is after that. I'm pretty sure this is post volume 3. The other students be okay with us? You stumbled upon the crux of the problem. You see, Trinity is an amalgamation of countless factions and clubs. If you do choose to come with us, you'll be labeled as a foreign transfer student in your records. We'll say you come from somewhere far away, in the countryside. With the situation being what it is, that's the best we can do. I imagined after the events of Volume 3, even the whole thing with Azusa, for the general populace still doesn't see Arius in a good light. Azusa being more of an exception rather than the standard. Sensei has been busy since after Volume 3, Volume F, then Volume 4, Part 4, then Volume... Oh god, I can barely read that. Volume SP, then Volume 1, Part 3, then Volume 5, Part 2, then Deca. Oh, Volume 5, Part 1, then Volume 1, Part 3, then Volume 5, Part 2. Woo! I meant it earlier when I said you could take your time. Think on it. If you make up your mind, please call this number. Even then, that's just main story stuff. There's also all the shenanigans we get up to during events. Like the whole thing with the Shupos and Wild Hunt. We thought about it. We really, really, really thought about it. Everything was uncertain. Our situation, Arius, Trinity, and... After all that thinking, we couldn't help but feel that anything would be better than what we had. Otako pretty much took over. No, Arius squad just dipped. And so now you're here. Yes. And there's a lot of other Arius students who transferred too. Although they're mostly first or second year students. You like Yukari and Nagisa? That's fair. I mean, I like Volume 3 because of a variety of reasons. One of them being that Mika hits... She hits home. Like, not close to home, she just hits home. Not at all. Honestly, none of it feels real. And Arius, even only a blanket was a faraway dream. Here, I have a bed! It's so soft and fluffy. Well, Arius did have beds, but we weren't allowed to use them because comfort could make us weak. I'm sorry. That Mika also hits, like actually hits, just hits. Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I love Volume 5 as well. Mainly because of Yukari and Nagisa. I bowed my head in apology to the two girls. What? Why would you apologize, Sensei? Alright, in a way, it's 6 you were even here at all. I shouldn't have neglected Arius after everything that happened. Still, hearing that makes us... This isn't why we asked you to come here. It was the shock of seeing Arius students at Trinity. I'd forgotten what they'd wanted to ask me. Forgotten that they wanted to ask me something. What did we want to talk about? I'm so glad we could finally ask. So, our question is... What is a comprehensive exam? Are they? Actually, more specifically, I was wondering what an exam is, period. We didn't do this kind of class studying back in Arius, and we didn't really think we could ask the Trinity students. They all seemed like they knew exactly what it was, without anyone explaining to them. So we were hoping you could help us, Sensei. Because you're a teacher, right? It is our first time meeting, right? Of course it is. Since we're from Arius, after all. We shouldn't speak negatively about ourselves like that. We could try in front of you, at least. Without thinking, I reached out my hands to pat their heads. The Arius students recoiled in fear, instinctively covering for my outstretched hands. Sorry, Sensei. We didn't mean, it's because we don't think of you like that at all. It's not. But, you don't think I have a teaching license? It's funny you say that because there's a whole stream where I teach Lucy Kirby lore. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay now. Hesitantly, the two shuffled ever so slightly closer to me. Seeing them up close, I suddenly realized just how small all the Arius students I'd encountered until then were, especially in comparison to their peers. After helping them relax a little, I explained the meaning and importance behind exams. You see, so even though evaluating people based off a single test result might not be the best method, it can still help students review and learn the material. You know, we actually did have something like that back in Arius. Like, figuring out how many bullets were loaded based off the magazine's weight, or what to do in close quarters combat situations. Best is for destroying halos, so on and so forth. Hey! What? Sorry, Sensei, we shouldn't talk about that so casually. Huh? You're more curious about how we've been adjusting? Well, we've got to have a school life here. It feels weird to be saying that. Are we having fun? Yes, a lot. More than anything, we've been really surprised over and over again. Do I have regular Saori? Yes, I do. I have both summer and or normal. The only one I don't have the variant. I think I have all the Arius squad normal. The only one I don't have summer is which one? Just one of them. There's no patrols or drills, and you'll get put in solitary confinement if you make a mistake. And Sensei, get this. They even feed you 3 times a day. It can get hot here too. I was really surprised about that. Sneeze. Yeah, it's between, I forget. I think it's Misaki? Yeah, I think it's Misaki, I want to say. I could check in a bit. Because it was always so cold in Arius. Have you been treated well? Yes, very well. They think we transferred from the countryside after all. In fact, it can be so nice. Sometimes I don't know what to do with myself. We went to this place called a cafe with some Trinity students a few times. And they ordered all these expensive things off the menu without batting an eye. I can barely keep mine from popping out of my head. There's so many different types of coffee and cakes. I'm still learning all of them. They sure are delicious. And expensive, though. That's why we got part-time jobs, too. So we can afford to go to a cafe. It's cool to be working. I think I learn just as much at work as I do in the classroom. Like how late your wallet can feel halfway through a pay period. You're learning those things. That doesn't change even as an adult! Really? I thought you would be, like, really extraordinary though, Sensei. Like, super rich without a care in the world. Yes, it depends on where you look at the Gundam figures. Living is living no matter who you are? I kind of like the sound of that. Yeah, that does sound nice. Sensei, you probably already guessed this, but not everyone transferred to Trinity. Yeah. I don't know how well I can explain this, but there are some students who decide to stay. There were a lot of different reasons, but I think at the core, accepting Trinity and the outside world was just too big of a change. I realized something after transferring here. So much of your life depends on where you were born. In one place, people will be lucky to have 1 meal a day. While right on the other side, people sit and enjoy expensive desserts at cafes and restaurants. If you think about it, our two schools could have been really close in another world. We don't know what happened to the students who stayed behind. We have our guesses, but they're just guesses. We heard some rumors that those students have cut ties with the outside world completely, and now they're undertaking some guerrilla operation. Sensei, we've learned that everyone comes from different places, and that we should respect people's opinions as best as we can. Even though we know that, we can't help but worry about the ones who stay behind, because we still have bad dreams. But Arius, and everything that happened. Sometimes we wake up in the middle of the night screaming. And we start keeping track of who wakes up the most and who screams the loudest. I'm winning right now. I don't think that's something you should be bragging about. We basically woke up at the same time that last one. I woke up a whole minute before you. Again, I don't think this is something you should be bragging about. Sensei, this might sound strange, but earlier, when you were explaining what an exam is, I just thought that it'd be nice if everyone else had the chance to take an exam too. Wait, really? I know it's a little weird. No, I thought the same thing. Why do you feel that way? It's a little hard to explain. I think that seeing the students at Trinity doing regular things, like going to class, getting ready in the morning, taking exams, it felt nice, you know? They felt like students our age should be doing. Sometimes, I hear the Trinity students complain how much they hate studying. We do find it really hard, and all around foreign, but we couldn't say that we've hated either. Studying is a student's responsibility. We've heard that here a lot. Sensei? Sensei? I was so proud of them that I just couldn't stop myself from patting their head. Yo! A lot of head pats this volume. It's okay. I really meant it. I wouldn't mind if we stayed like this for just a little longer. So someone's hand can be this warm. It's really gentle. You want Arius students to have the opportunity to study, right? You can try taking a test. Exactly! That's the idea behind it, but there's something on my mind. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Well, I guess I should just ask. The test's full name is the Trinity Comprehensive Exam, right? I know Trinity isn't the one who wrote it, but students who stayed in Arius out of their intense hatred for Trinity probably wouldn't like the name Trinity Comprehensive Exam, would they? And none of them have ever studied before either. On top of that, I heard Arius isn't accepting any visitors right now. Maybe if they could hold classes at Arius like they do here. If that was even remotely possible, it would have happened by now. Really? Does that mean you really think there's a way? Because you're an adult, a teacher. You must know all sorts of things we don't know. Finding impossible solutions is part of an adult's responsibility. For some reason, even though I don't really get it, I still feel like I can believe in you. Asking you for help really was the right choice, Sensei. I also have one more request for you, if that's okay. Could you please look after the squad members for us? Oh, this badass scene again! Where rivers meet. How long is this after the summer event, I wonder? Everything is ready. Are we just calling Arius squad? The number you have dialed is unallocated. Please leave your message after the tone. You've gotten better at making jokes. Let's appreciate you noticing, Sensei. Hime! I learned to answer this way to phone numbers I didn't recognize. Of course I recognized your number right away. Now, allow me to greet you one more time. Hello, Sensei. How have you been doing? Things are important, aren't they? Yes, I'm happy you remembered. To your first question, I've been well enough, one could say. I'm still in hiding and have been wary of my surroundings. Even though I need to be careful whenever I venture out, I found it nice to be able to enjoy my free time as I please. So I've been well. And what about you, Sensei? Is everything okay? What are your thoughts on tests? Tests? You sound just like a teacher. No, please, don't apologize. I meant it in a good way. It was very... you. A test is an evaluation of what I've studied, yes? I only know of it conceptually. Why do you ask? Chance to take one. What would you do? Like an exam to test on your knowledge of how big... Atsuko! That does sound rather entertaining. The Atsuko! My apologies. Honestly, I have no answer. It's difficult to picture something I've never experienced before. However, the concept of studying and then being acknowledged for that studying. Yes. An ordinary student might get the experience of that. I'd want to see what the others would say, but there is a certain appeal. There's the possibility of doing poorly as well. I suppose so. Would you give us makeup classes if that were to happen? Seems a win-win to me. But why? That remark about how babies are made is a reference to her Momo talk. She asked Sensei how babies are made. Are they? Atsuko? I understand the situation. You're worried about you. Thank you for telling me. Actually, Sensei, perhaps it'd be best to speak about this in person. We could be wiretapped. That's not what I was referring to at all. It sounded like I'll just sit there for a second. Then what? As I said, it'd be best that way. I want to be able to see you face to face when we talk about this. And with everyone else as well. 5, actually. Saori! I understand. Of course. We're hardly estranged from Sao. We even meet from time to time. Oh, nice! Also, it's a bit presumptuous of me, but I believe it's time for her journey of self-discovery to come to an end. Doesn't she get any input? Misaki always adopts such a forlorn expression whenever Saori is mentioned, but she's also the one who brings her up the most often. It is true that she may simply leave us again. However, for something like this, I'd like for all of us to be together. Atsuko. You've gotten really good at asking for favors! Is that a bad thing? No, it's just pretty hime of you. Not at all. You think I'll really flourish if I hone my skills? Well, thank you, Sensei. I'll try not to use my power too much. After all, the helpless tend to garner resentment. I can count on you for your help with Sao though, yes? I never deny a request from my students. Yes, the world revolves around the principle of give and take. Thank you. I'm glad we have you, Sensei. Are they? Huh? Is this a giant ship? I guess? Why do you seem just as confused, Sensei? What's going on here? I saw this in a magazine once. It's called a cruise ship, I think. Cruise ship? Yeah, they're not really made to get from point A to point B, but for luxury and entertainment. They have things like restaurants and amusement rides on board the ship. And they also have things like artificial hot springs and swimming pools, so you can do all sorts of things during the trip. I obviously don't know everything about them, but apparently ticket prices are beyond even the dreams of peasants like us. There's a swimming pool. ship that's on top of water. That's paradoxical in more ways than one. Putting that aside, why are we even here? Sensei, this was your doing. Explain. I was told that a sponsor would come. We were sponsored? Under the same circumstances as you? What? A sponsor? I know what's happening. I read about this in the magazine. We've been kidnapped for the octopus games, haven't we? Oh my god! I should have expected a Squid Games reference at some point. No, that's it. That's where it starts and ends. I should have expected a Squid Games reference. Considering things. Yeah, because it's a Korean game. Just the god. Hiyori. We'll be forced to kill each other, and the last one standing wins 4.5 billion yen. All the while, rich people will watch us slaughter each other for entertainment. We're doomed, completely doomed. I'm sorry for ever wanting anything. I'm sorry for insisting. Is this true, Sensei? Everyone, please calm down. Don't you trust Sensei? And on a more logical level, Sensei would never participate in such a thing, being as they wouldn't last past the first round. Thanks. Thanks, Nagisa. Really? Is that all true? Saori! Hi. Saori? Oh my. You're the sponsor leader? No, I'm not. I also just... Right. That would be impossible. Completely impossible, actually. Leader isn't capable of such a thing. What? You're right, but the way you said it didn't feel great either. Well, I don't care how long it's for. While you're here, I'm giving you back your position, leader. That was quick! Misaki wanted none of this. Let's at least evaluate and understand the situation first. But Saori, we'll be together when we die, right? Right? Hiyori. Let's start with why you asked us all to meet here, Sensei. It's best to review the facts when things seem uncertain. I see. A test. What do you want us to do, Sensei? And I don't want to hear any noise about respecting our choices, understood? The only way to sort this mess out is with transparency. In that case, I want you all to experience taking a test too. Why is everyone so tense all of a sudden? Well, I'm sure there's a lot to the story, but I'd like to start with your reasoning. So you want us to experience what it's like, what it means to be a student. Us. And the students back at Arius? The students back in Arius? What does that mean, Sensei? I told them about my meeting with the transfer students in Trinity. The transition must have been difficult for them. No matter how well they're treated, being in a new world is intimidating. There are times you feel scared for reasons you can't identify, or other times when your usual ways of dealing with things don't work. I'm sure you're used to that at this point, Saori. We've lived similar stories, after all. Sensei, I have a question. I've heard that studying is an inherent responsibility of any student. However, what is the purpose behind it? We did experience them in a way. Studying, exams. The curriculum focused mostly on different methods to kill and maim. We were tested on our resolve to pull the trigger in any situation, without hesitation. I really don't want to do that again. Me neither, Hiyori. None of us do, right? However, that doesn't answer the question either. Why is studying necessary for any of us to do? I suppose one might say we need to study hard, score well, and get a good job in the future. And people want to secure a good job so they can make more money, correct? However, such motivations don't apply to us. Did you know, Sensei? If it's just to make money, we can make more than enough from what we learned at Arius. How? Well, I don't know how people found out our background, but sometimes we get requests to, you know, kill people. And we always immediately say no and tell them to shoot! The expression break a halo is more commonly a figurative phrase. So we didn't use it often in Arius. It only came up during conversations about the outside. Or sometimes when we would speak with outsiders. Or make fun of something. Yeah. In Arius, we have much simpler expression. To kill. We are surprised that people in the outside world use it more often than we would have anticipated. Although it means something a little different to them. That they would use it as a joke, because the thought of it was so impossible to them. Not for us. For us, kill meant to kill. That was it. Perhaps the Arius we knew tread closer to death than anywhere else in VTubers. So, Sensei, tell us, why should a student study? If it's to get better jobs or make more money, there are other ways. Even if we're willing to cross the line, there are innumerable paths we can take to reach the same objective. Because a student's responsibility is to learn how to fight against the world. What? I've never considered that. Explain, please, Sensei. Studying is a process of learning something I don't know. And the entire world is one big something I don't know. I understand. Like how being ignorant of contracts and how they work makes you an easy target. Ah. How insightful. I have no rebuttal, Sensei. If I had done my due diligence, the odds of being stiffed of my pay would decrease, perhaps even disappear entirely. But that's how you can fight against this world. It's knowledge. Knowledge of how society came to be, or of how to operate within it. It can help us understand conflicting perspectives. As we've seen them, it can be impossible to persuade someone to see things the way you want them to. So you think we should look to understand the compromise first? We can recognize, evaluate, and reduce risk from others by expanding our knowledge and understanding of the world. Knowledge as a weapon of self-defense. I guess I can see where you're coming from. So I guess... that's something we're going to need to survive out here. And the students back at Arius need that the most. And that's one more student to join us today. Huh? Is that student the sponsor of this meeting? Wait, is it Seiya because it's her yacht? Aha. So that's what happened, Sensei. Are you sure? You should have told us if you knew about that. Forget it. Never mind. So who is this student? I hope you've been well, Arius Squad. She's the only one I know with a personal yacht. Oh, it's not. Wait, is this Tea Party? Wait, is this Tea Party's yacht or Seiya's yacht? I am Kirifuji Nagisa, Tea Party host and sponsor of this meeting. What? Oh my. The Last Supper? Are you for real? Uh-oh. The sponsor was Kirifuji Nagisa? Of all people! Nagisa is a crucial... I thought Tea Party had their, like, group, like, school cruise ship, and then Seiya, her rich fox butt, just has her own. Explain yourself. I wasn't warned of this. Goodbye, cruel world! We're going to be abducted and taken to Trinity, probably tortured. Just don't take my fingernails, please! Yori, we no longer do such things. Oh, right, they did used to do that, huh? No longer? That would imply you once did. Arius Apocrypha must have been true. Arius Apocrypha! Huh? Sensei? Sensei? Neither Nagisa nor I have any ill intent. Do you expect us to believe that? Shall we start over? It's a pleasure to see you all again, Arius Squad. Tea Party has a yacht for the student, but Seiya has a personal one. For some reason, the yachts are much, much smaller than cruise ships. The yachts are much, much smaller than cruise ships. Yeah, but this is also Kivitos, where everything's kind of, I'm going to say exaggerated. I'm Kirafuji Nagisa, the host of Tea Party. Hello, Nagisa, and I'm Hakari Yatsuko. Hakari? Of the Arius Squad. The pleasure is all ours. I'm happy to formally meet you. Imamishino Misaki. Imamishino Misaki. And I'm Suchi Nagahiyori. Jomei Saori. I'd expect you to know of me at the very least. No, not just you. I know all of you, if only through reports and hearsay. The nature of our past makes me not knowing me an impossibility. You get right to the point, don't you? Enough, Misaki. Let's not pass this opportunity to speak candidly with each other. But please, you as well, Saori. Fine. Understood. Well then, with the introductions out of the way, shall we proceed inside? What? Inside the ship? Yes, of course. I've rented this cruise ship for the day, so please don't worry about prying eyes. Oh, this isn't Tea Party's ship. She just rented this. Okay? You rented this entire ship? Don't you have a yacht? Why? The ship will remain docked the entire time. It's not as if I had to hire a sailing crew. This much is well within budget. Now then. This is its own kind of nightmare. Actually, I wish this was a nightmare. Not even adulthood is scarier than this. You operate in a different world from us. In more ways than one. What do we do here? Let's accept her hospitality? Excellent. Let's follow her then. You're relieved that at least I'm taking this well? You see, it's rare to see you so baffled, which led me to believe that these circumstances must truly be unusual ones. We are already beyond our wildest expectations. It'd be wise to simply bend with the wind, yes? Well, alright, Atsuko, I'll follow your lead. Hello. Is anyone hungry? This restaurant has no menus. Please instead order whatever your heart's desire. Just order anything I want? How can someone operate a restaurant without a designated menu? This is the mark of their culinary pride! Is that how it is? I was unaware that was even possible. Is this meant to be our last supper? This is just... Oh my god! Which is a large-scale composition of a scared subject, often religious, keeping with the religious themes of Volume 3. God! Last supper? What do you mean? I only wanted us to share a meal. Miss Nagisa, I'd like to apologize. We're not very used to places like this. Could we leave the ordering to you? Of course. Let's go. Excuse me, we're ready to order. Understood, Miss Nagisa. As you wish. Well then. There's some bougie-ass music too! Course after course came out, filled with types of dishes I'd never even seen before, let alone tried. And Seiya's supposed to be the rich one of the group? For Nagisa, this seemed to be just another normal meal. The rest of us were so overwhelmed by the unfamiliar foods we couldn't even process all the different tastes. That is, except for one person. Hiyori! Oh. Chocolate! Chocolate! Hiyori, it's rude to talk with your mouth full. Sorry, it's just so delicious. So many flavors I've never tasted. I mean, it should be fine, right? We all know where the food goes for her. I'm happy to hear that. Please help yourself. There's more than enough. All of Hiyori's food goes to her Hiyori's. Did everyone enjoy their meal? Incredible. Thanks. Really. I agree. I felt almost guilty eating something so luxurious. Oh, maybe we can get a box for takeout? Well, I understand how you're feeling. It would be best to exercise some moderation, Hiyori. Oh, okay. Shall we have some tea to help digest our meals? I brought with me some tea leaves from Brinings. It's one of my favorite brands. Shall I prepare it for you, my lady? No, thank you. I'll do it myself. It'll take only a moment. Nagisa brewed the black tea with a practiced air, precise and exacting in her process. It wasn't long before we could smell the delicious aroma of black tea. Here you go. All done. Well, not quite up to my usual standard. I do hope you'll enjoy. It's so warm. Makes me feel fuzzy. This reminds me of water time back in Arius. Yeah, we did have that. Water time? It was a rare treat, but they'd sometimes award a cup of warm water to whoever performed best during training that day. It'd be around this time of year, usually. Warm water? Whenever I got it, I would savor it with the tiniest sips, but then it'd get cold. It's funny how it was just some lukewarm water, but it was somehow the yummiest thing in the world. Miss Nagisa, my lady, your majesty, anyways, your tea is a million times better than some boring cup of water. Hiyori! Thank you. And please feel free to call me Nagisa. I was actually the one who asked Sensei to help arrange this meeting. You contacted Sensei first? How did you know? The two transfer students were the only ones Sensei spoke to. So if I could explain. No, Sensei. I believe this would be best coming from me. Or at least, this is why I wanted to have this meeting. Where shall I begin? Trinity's intelligence committees work tirelessly and achieves excellent results. So you knew about them before Sensei even did. Considering you made first contact. You have all the transfers from Arius under surveillance, don't you? You see? And the baton patch of you, I hope you don't mind! Sensei? It's okay, Nagisa. Sometimes you have to rely on me. I've confirmed everything you told me already. I'll leave it to you then. You're right. Every transfer student has a Trinity student assigned to them. But they're there to help them adjust, not to monitor them. The transfer students were actually the ones who told the Trinity counterparts about our meeting. And I'm just supposed to believe that? I understand I'm asking for a lot. There are too many broken bridges between our schools, and I am a member of the Tea Party. But still. Can you trust this teacher of yours, at least? I can. You're Sensei, you know? Yori. But Sensei's helped us a lot. They could have called Valkyrie on us anytime they wanted. They could do it right now! We'd be locked up deep in the corrections bureau, or somewhere even more terrifying. Oh, wait, were you pretending to be nice to us all this time, biding your time until you dragged us away? After everything we've been through, this is finally the end. Life is nothing but pain and suffering. All is in vain, so I might as well finish this black tea before you lock me up. Sensei, is she... That's our Hiyori. If you say so. I should focus on what I came here to do. Yes, you're correct. This entire endeavor would have been for naught if I didn't fulfill my objective. All I would like to say, I will not lie to you and pretend that my presence here today is merely in a personal capacity. It's the nature of holding the title of Tea Party host. Whatever I do will be open to interpretation, and whatever I say will be scrutinized for its true intent. So. Oh, she's standing! I would like to formally and sincerely apologize to each one of you. Huh? What are you? Earlier, you said that whatever you do will be open to interpretation, and whatever you say will be scrutinized for its true intent. Could I ask you to elaborate, Nagisa? I would expect you to. However, it is as I said. As the Tea Party host and a Trinity student, and as the one who currently represents Trinity, I apologize to you all, and to Arius Satellite School. Nagisa. But why? We acted against Trinity first, did we not? Yes, I know that the Arius squad was at the forefront of that incident. However, I also know the long twisted road that led us there. Arius and Trinity's problems did not begin with us. After the council, Trinity and Arius evolved into what we are now. But today, in looking at the relationship, there are ways in which we are closer than any other school in Kivitos. And you suddenly just woke up one day and had a conscience about all that? Misaki. Okay, you're well within your right to feel that way. Trinity should never have banned Arius. Their only crime was a difference in perspective. I believe I've also been personally guilty of neglecting those who were suffering around me. I blamed it on politics and circumstances. If I can reach out my hand to those who are still suffering, I wish to do so. And I don't buy it. Seriously? I don't want to sit here and sift through the past. But let me be blunt. Were you, Kurifuji Nagisa, not the victim of the Eden Treaty incident? And you can hardly deny that we were the perpetrators of said incident. So why are you, the victim, apologizing? You can see why that'd be weird to us. When people's actions don't make sense to you, it means they know something you don't. Enough, Misaki. Please, it's okay. I understand your concerns, I truly do. I can offer two answers. One more palatable, the other difficult to accept. What would the palatable answer be? Well, if my apology alone was all it took to call the Trinity student's body's lingering anxiety regarding Arius, it'd be quite the keen political maneuver on my part to give one. I should have been honest from the beginning. Now, let's hear out, Misaki. So what is your more complicated answer? Allow me to tell a story of a student who leaves the Tea Party in Trinity. After experiencing a particularly harrowing incident called the Eden Treaty, she spent much time reflecting upon what had gone wrong. In her need for answers, she began digging into records of the past. Some were so confidential that even as a member of the Tea Party, she had difficulty finding them. But she was seized with an overwhelming need to understand everything that had happened. Later, as she was gazing down at the Trinity campus, at all the students living out their peaceful lives, the answer finally dawned on her. In order for both schools to move forward, their relationship could not stay as it was. What Trinity did was wrong. And so, should it not be Trinity who reaches out their hand in reconciliation first, whether it be grasped or cut off? It reminds me of a freakishly strong pink princess. Oh wait, this is where that's the because Misaki is like super traumatized by Mika. Ah, there's where that line is. Yeah. Yes, perhaps it was that very princess to help the student finally open her eyes. And me as well. As one of royal blood, and perhaps the one closest to the role of student council president, on behalf of Arius Satellite, I'd like to apologize for the terrorism we committed against them. I do appreciate it, truly. However, the apology spoken here will be hardly enough to resolve the years of conflict between our schools. I'd like the opportunity to one day apologize to the transfer students living in Trinity, as well as to those who remained in Arius. A certain teacher once taught me something. Apologies hold no weight without also taking responsibility. And such responsibility must be upheld with action. I agree with that sentiment. I have much to apologize for as well. But let's not waste any more time on platitudes. Why did you want to meet with us? I take it you had a different objective than just bowing your head? You've gone to great lengths just for the chance to apologize and tell us you've grown. Yes. Well said, Saori. Allow me to usher along this meeting's agenda. Now I'm sure Sensei has already spoken to you about exams. Do you mean? Yes. Perhaps this is arrogance on my part, but I share Sensei's sentiment. I wish for everyone from Arius to have the opportunity to hold their heads high in society, if they so wish. It's very kind. Thank you, Nagisa. I was concerned that you would see this as a patronizing or controlling. Because behind every altruistic act lies the possibility of being motivated by a subconscious feeling of superiority. For one to believe that they alone know best and to judge what others should live as they see fit. But that was never your intention, was it, Nagisa? Let's go. I believe such awareness around one's actions begets trust in its own way. Doesn't it, Misaki?
You're not wrong.
I actually don't even care if you do think like that. So, it's okay to me at least. Misaki got choked to death by Mika during her rampage. Also shot point blank. Yeah, no, the trauma is justified. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate your hospitality thus far. So what is it you'd like for the squad and Sensei to do? I haven't even broached. How did you... This may sound arrogant, but this is what they call street smart. Leader! You actually look quite cool saying that. But it still counts as a strike, Sao Sao. I figured as much. They really know every side of Saudi, don't they? The really dorky side and the really cool leader side, huh? A seat on the other side. Sun will set soon. Right, we want to hurry. What's wrong, Yori? It's just really hitting that we're actually going back to Arius. That's just how the dice roll. At this point, whatever happens, happens. You've grown, Misaki. That's a mature way of looking at things. I don't want to hear it from you, leader. Always coming and going as you please. There's an undercurrent of affection in her jab, Saori. He is happy you're back. Even if only temporarily. Hey! I won't fight with you. You'll just think whatever you want, Hime. Vulnerability is not chief among your skills, Misaki. That's exactly what I mean! Is that what you call this, Sensei? For my part, I am thrilled Sensei is joining us. Me too. It's like we're on an escort mission. As Saori said, I have a favor to ask you, Sensei. Would you consider teaching the Arius students? If you prefer to do it remotely, we could make arrangements. I realize this is no simple request. Your safety will be our top priority. But from a certain perspective, moving ahead with this plan would be to disregard the wishes of the Arius student. Excuse me? You wish to teach him in person? Saudi is a dad. No! I originally saw their mission would be to negotiate with the Arius students and support Sensei as they taught remotely. But since you agreed to be going in person, it could be regarded as an escort mission of sorts. No, not at all. Rather, I'm worried that you're once again shouldering our burdens. And I feel guilty for that. While we're on the topic, why would you risk your safety to go somewhere as dangerous as Arius, Sensei? It obviously for a chance to look cool in front of my dear students! That was a good one, wasn't it? I've already learned one thing. Those are cringy. That wasn't cool. Not at all. I believe they call this secondhand embarrassment. Obstacle! That part of you is exactly why we trust you, Sensei. That felt like a pitted compliment. Even I felt that way, Sensei. Obstacle! Uh, don't say that. We're on the... No! What? Cut the theatrics, Sensei. Get moving. Whoa! Now then, a big round of applause. Let's celebrate our compatriot's safe return to Arius. It wasn't smooth sailing, though. What matters is your halo is intact. You protected what's most precious, so the rest can be addressed in due time. Welcome back, and thank you for returning safely, Maya. Maya? Yes, Subaru! I'm sorry. We don't even have a celebratory gift for you. No, being back is more than enough. I kind of missed it here. Ah, yes. How was it? The outside. Please tell me about it. The outside? It was amazing and beautiful. I saw so many sights. Glass skyscrapers, a huge river with bridges suspended over it. At night, there were lights everywhere. Even the bridges were lit up. The way they shimmered over the water was like a dream. They had an entire building completely dedicated to playing music. Oh, the music hall! I'm glad it's repaired. Well, we could only play in here while Madame wasn't looking. They held all kinds of concerts there, all through the day and night. Since they even played at night, decorated with so many pretty lights. I learned that, out there, people don't worry about how useful their effort is. They aren't concerned with survival, they make pretty things, just because they're pretty. Oh, and at the markets, I didn't know so many different foods existed in the world. Just smelling them made my stomach feel full. Although that could have been because smelling them was all I could do. And have you ever heard of a water park? They fill an entire area with clean water and people come just to play in it. They even have indoor and outdoor sections, like two different worlds right next to each other. I can't begin to count all the things I saw. But with all those new and exciting things, there was nowhere for me to fit in. Yes, I understand. The lights were so bright, and everyone was smiling. They looked so happy together. That's why. Because even if I fainted somewhere or fell in a dark corner, none of them would care. I knew that. I could feel that. Some people are happy, and others are satisfied. But people rarely spare a thought for those who are suffering. People are encouraged from birth that they can do anything, which also means that you may do nothing at all. No one takes your hand and guides you through life step by step. They ignore you. They tell you that since there's no right answer, you should live as you please. However, that's just shrugging off the responsibility with pretty words, isn't it? You've worked hard. Welcome back, Subaru. I know there's no way for me to not. Many left here, like you, and returned, while some left for Trinity, and we haven't heard from them since. Trinity. Do you want to go too? Oh, that was threatening. Never! I'll never leave you! Don't worry so much. I'd be fine with you going if you really wanted. I just couldn't follow you. I will never forgive Trinity. That's right! Why would you? I feel the same way, Subaru. Thank you. That gives me strength. Most of all, I can't forgive the squad. They were meant to lead us, and instead they discarded us like yesterday's trash. Especially her, that Jome Saori. Harmonica. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm gonna see if there are any snacks I can get. Like a little snack. I'll be back. Whew. Something. God Subaru. Anyway. I am sad to report there are no snacks. I am out of snack. It's fine. So, Sensei, your plan is to deliver these test papers and help the Arius students prepare for the exam, yes? Preferably as the Arius comprehensive exam. Ah, yes. Yes, the way it's presented is important. Nagisa said that as well. Considering the name Trinity Comprehensive Exam, it'd be nigh impossible for Arius students to accept, and who would grade the test. The multiple choice questions are easy enough. However, the free response questions are more subjective and pose more of a problem. If, by chance, an extra print of the Trinity Comprehensive Exam ended up in the squad's hands and they delivered it to Arius, naturally, Trinity would sweep it under the rug. Perhaps it was a printing error, or they mistakenly routed the shipment through Kawanishi Station. All manner of items are frequently lost there. Ah, yes. AKA Ace? Oh, damn. Running a school truly is a lot of work. Ah, Nagisa, you shrewd little... A shipping error. So our role will be both courier and bodyguard. What about the pay? I'll make sure you're properly compensated. I'll hold you to that. Got a secret little plan of my own. I do? You do? What is it? I want to know. Don't encourage them. When Sensei's acting like that, you know it'll be something dumb again. I can't help but be a little excited. I'm sure it'll be worth the wait. That doesn't address all our issues. However, one can hardly take an exam without studying the materials first. I have no insight into the kinds of education Arius conducts. I'm concerned the contents of the test will be too foreign, which is why I asked for your assistance, Sensei. So once again, thank you. And my apologies for hoisting this upon you. Yes, squad? I understand that everything we are doing here is against the grain. If people were to learn that Trinity was attempting to influence Arius' operations in any way, it'd be inconceivable to most. As we are two entirely separate entities after all. How does this sound to you? I'm grateful, Nagisa. And now I can only say that I'm grateful that this is the path you're choosing. You had every opportunity to assert your authority over Arius. However brief it may have been, Trinity did successfully take over and occupy Arius last time. That sort of force would have gotten us nowhere. Which is why Cutie Fuji Nagisa, approached Shale, not as the host of Tea Party, but simply as a student. You know, I can't think of a more roundabout way to deal with a relatively simple problem. Is this what politics are like? It's scary. Really scary. That kind of dance is part of society, I see. I must say, I was impressed by Kirifuji Nagisa. Huh? Leader, are you supporting Tea Party now? I didn't mean... Misaki? When the opportunity arises, can we really be so picky about whom we learn things from? There's too much we don't know about this world. Misaki. Understandable, but also, oof, girl. Oof. Subaru, will you play the harmonica? Oh, she knows harmonica? Oh. I see. Please, you haven't played in so long. What? Right now? Come on, you're not going to be so shy about it, are you? It's just that, I mean... playing my harmonica in these rooms, trying to be lost in our feelings. I've been thinking about this lately. Maybe we've outgrown that a little. Oh, is Subaru blushing right now? To think Subaru would actually get embarrassed too. We gotta witness a rare event today. I was away for a long time, so I'd like to hear you play too, Subaru. Don't roll those puppy dog eyes with me. Oh no. Oh no! She must be protected at all costs! Did I do something wrong? You're just playing dirty now! I have no reason not to. Yay! Putty, 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 putty. I really do let you all bully me sometimes. Well, since you've backed me into a corner. Even if I miss a note, I don't want to hear a single noise complaint out of you all. You always say that, and you never actually do! I remember the day Madame outlawed music. But what I remember more is the way you would secretly play for us if he was gone. Never sounded clumsy or stilted to me. I don't know anything about music, but I can't help but feel that you're really good at it, Subaru. Flattery will get you nowhere, I hope you know. Anyway, I'll start now, okay? Oh! Wow. I've really missed this. My god, my hair is... like, my skin is crawling, but like in a good way. Sound of her playing. I feel like I'm being welcomed back with warm, inviting arms. Like, it's really... oh my god. Is that gonna be your live duty? I hope so. Whoa. So good. We're really back. Yeah, it seems so. But yeah, is that her actual live 2D? Because I really hope it is, because that's so good. Misaki, are you okay? Fine, I'm fine. It's okay. I understand. Yeah. Do you really think it's okay for us to come back here? I know we've already talked about it a lot. But now we're actually here, I feel kind of... unsettled? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. So she's playable, I think. Well, she's not playable in global, but she's playable in Korean version, right? I forgot that it's not your first time either, Sensei. To be honest, Yuri is probably right. It's unlikely we'll be welcome back to Arius. We're nothing but traitors to the ones who stayed. Yes, it's the likely general sentiment towards us. Subaru, just a few minutes, and we understand her character, which is and now she's being set up as our current antagonist. For you, harmonica arrange. Ooh. Subaru took the helm after we left, right? Yes. We have actually sent a few envoys to Arius in an attempt to make contact with the remaining Arius students. How did they react? Let's just say the remedial knights found themselves carrying out their original duties of aid and treatment. The only intel we gather is the name of the student leading them. Kakehashi Subaru. What kind of person is Subaru? Sao knows her best. I can't say I know everything about her, but at first glance she seems approachable and charismatic, but at the same time, felt like there was a gap you could never quite bridge with her. Ugh, I hate that. Just be consistent. Her live 2D is different? Oh, is it? Aw. That's a pretty accurate description of her, though. So it's not like she completely shut you out. That's a more positive way to say it, but... well, knowing you, you'll try to talk things out with her regardless of what I say. Is everyone ready, then? Arius squad, move out. It's nice to hear you say that again. Sensei, can I talk to you? This will probably be our last chance to talk. Let's say unique? Oh boy. I don't understand why you have so little regard for your own well-being. You throw yourself into danger without a second thought. Sorry, I'm not angry. I didn't mean it like that. I don't want to see you get hurt or suffer anymore. Mentally or physically. Just your concern strengthens me, Saori! Really? I keep you safe by worrying about you more? That was a childish of me. I guess I want everything to work out conveniently. Exactly the way I want. Aww. Where is this coming from? Well, I don't know. I guess because we're here, at Arius. It stirs the memory inside me. It feels more visceral. Sensei? Sensei, I've been wanting to apologize. Oh, the transfer students! Uh-huh. You wanted me to tell you something. Thank you. What? Why? Oh, hi, Misaki. The only thing we did in the Arius squad. Well, I guess they never would have been able to transfer if we hadn't. But the stuff that we did! I thought it was all really bad, right? Quick, distraction! My god. Yes, it was. We never should have done it. I knew it! Regardless, those transfer students, they were really grateful towards all of you. That's the honest truth. What really is the truth, Sensei? Or even history? It's going to be old-fashioned. We study so we can discover the truth, right? I should have expected that response. You really are a teacher. I kinda have to be. And since you're a teacher, you get to ask one more thing. Are you all keeping up with your studies? Of course we are, Sensei. I do enjoy studying quite a bit, as hard as that may be to believe. Me too. You work so hard to seek us Blu-rays and notes all the time. Aww. Cute. Only when I have nothing better to do. Uh-huh. I am as well. It's useful for my work to have a better understanding of how society works. Skill upgrades lore? Wait, what? Oh, because it's books? Is that it? Oh my god. Which is exactly what you told us earlier. Atiko was right. You are a teacher, Sensei! Bruh! These in notes, skill and level upgrades lore. Oh my fucking god. Is this what we're going for? Jesus. My grand plan is coming. What is happening right now? Sensei, the more excited you are, the more anxious I get. Oh my god. Everyone. What's wrong, Hiyori? Neither. Also, do we know how many episodes are released right now? You're finally back home. That was so touching, Subaru. Encore! Not today. How come? Please. It's okay if you're oh my god. No, it's just that I just don't know any other songs. Oh, that makes sense though. We can hardly go to the store and buy more sheet music. Okay, fine. Subaru! Right now! Out there! It's... You're okay. Slow down. What happened? 12? Okay. Well, the squad and Charlie Sensei just entered Arius! Squad? They've got some guts showing their faces around here. There's no place for them here anymore. I won't let them in. I agree. I'll never forgive them. We'll give them the same treatment we did those envoys from Trinity. Subaru is a bit scary. Her pounding sprite is adorable. She gives off to someone who gives off intimidating because one, she feels like she has to, and two, because trauma. But inside is like the sweetest girl. Hold on. Did you say Shali Sensei is with them? Yeah, that's right. So they're using their brains this time. Or maybe they were the ones who recruited. What do you mean? Listen, everyone. If it were only the squad, I wouldn't even spare this issue any time. But the problem is that that adult, Shale Sensei. Yes, their presence means we'll have to tread carefully. How scary are we? Why is that? Are you serious? Think about what the adults done here. They're the ones who made Madame disappear, remember? Yeah, but why? Oh! Exactly. You have no idea what that adult might do or what kind of powers they have. That's how adults are. We have no idea what they might do to Arius or to us. You're right. They do the most unimaginable things, like they're eating breakfast. And what do we do, Subaru? Don't panic. It's okay. We'll go out and greet them. What? Seriously? I can't guarantee this is the right path or that it's the safest one. But I'd rather try than roll over for them, wouldn't you? I'd rather try than roll over for them, wouldn't you? For now, keep your safeties on. Do not disengage them. Yet. Understood, Subaru! Arius style. Yeah, if there's only like 12, we could probably knock it all out here. It's really them. The squad is actually here. What nerve coming back here after abandoning us. They're the ones who always got in our way, always got all the special perks too. To be honest, looking back, you could hardly call those perks though. The big one is Sensei, right? I've never seen them in person before. The fabled Arius style? Eh. I think I did last time. They're pretty forgettable. On top. My skin is prickling. Are you okay, Misaki? Here, lotion. I have some lotion. That's kind of you, Fiori, but that's not what she meant. She was referring to the hostility in the air. Oh. This Beatrice era? The squad and Jaume Saori. Subaru. Oh boy. What Arius culture is like? Kill. What was that one term that Saori always said to Azusa? Venitus venitum? Venitus something? I'll get to the point. Why are you here? We have business here. Have you been enjoying your time as a fugitive? Hiding around like a rat? Yes, I'm still doing that. So are you here because you're finally tired of your fancy new life? It's a little tiring. Sao? Sorry, I have to go. Feels wrong to be dishonest here. Vanitas vanitatum. Vanitas vanitatum, yes. Et omnia vanitas. Yes. For better or for worse, I'm standing in Arius' grounds. I think I understand. I see. So you came crawling back because the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Looks like there's no seat for you here, though. So terribly sorry. That's not it. It's just that... What are you laughing at? Nothing. Pardon me. Thinking about how to respond, I couldn't help but laugh at my own thoughts. You always this good at being unbearably annoying. Thinking about it, yes, you were. If I was, I'd like to apologize. I can't change the past, but... That's exactly what I mean! Fine. Great. So then why have you returned? The reason is, so we can all take an exam together. Sorry? What did you just say? An exam? I didn't mishear that, did I? No, I heard the same thing. I have no idea what she's talking about. Maybe this is what the outside does to you? Hold on. I wasn't expecting that at all. I need a minute to process. When you're a worker and you have all the scripted lines, but the customer goes off script. Super for as cool and collected as she tries to be, gets really easily flustered, doesn't she? No matter how many times I think it over, that makes no sense! Misaki? Sorry, Hime, but I know why Leader was laughing. I can't help but laugh at the situation. Super's confusion was the icing on the cake! I see, my word choice must have been poor. It's basically like polls, exams, seeing buildings. Well, it makes sense because they were trained to be soldiers, essentially, or assassins. So it makes sense when it comes to modern stuff that we take for granted. That's just what they're not used to. I recently heard that stating the conclusion first can benefit the flow of the conversation. No, wait, I need to consider the context and timing as well. Also, we kind of figured it out from even just looking at Saori by herself, because she is so hyper unaware about everything that isn't combat. If you already knew that, then start with the context. In other words, we'd like for everyone to take an exam together. Are you actually stupid? This scene is glorious. This scene is perfection. And on the horny side, I want her to look at me like that. Oh my god. I don't know how else to say it. Look, I have the papers here. And I'm asking you why Arius students would even consider doing something like that. Because you're a student? Saori! You seriously know how to take someone off, Jomei Saori. Good news, Akira, Subaru is kind of purple. What does oh my god! Like, yes, purple looks good on her, but like, what? Using outside world into Arius is not going easy as Nagisa thought it would. To be fair, a lot of things are easier said than done, and I think Nagisa realizes that. It's just seeing it to its full extent is a different story. We haven't seen Subaru blow up like this in a while. Don't you remember? Those two have always butted heads. Like, it's in their blood. Honestly, the always butted heads things feels extremely one-sided. As in, Saori is wholly unaware and is just being herself. Meanwhile, Subaru is angry. Should we do something? What? Why? She's not doing anything wrong. This is one of those times I feel like cheering her on, actually. I feel similarly. You can do it, Sao Sao! Okay. Since this isn't Saori's specialty, I'll step in. Sensei? So you are Shale Sensei. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'd like to welcome you to Arius, Akira Sensei. For now, at least. I've heard about you from Saori. Why from her? And from the other squad members as well, that's good! She has a complex! But why? Anyway, fine. You can understand why it's difficult for us to understand why an outsider would come into our territory and demand we take some tests. Studying exams are part of your responsibilities. Are you applying your way of life and thinking to Arius? Isn't Arius still a school? And you're definitely students, right? We're students? Well, I guess we technically are in like a super literal sense. Arius is part of the Academy City, right? But people like us, could you really consider us normal students? Oh, uneasy Arius student B. There's no such thing as a normal student in Kivatos. You'll fit in just fine. I don't believe that studying is required for a student. That's all I have to say to you. Right. That might be true. What? Hear me out, okay? Just try them out once. Studying, exams, normal student activities. If, after all that, you still think it's useless, I'll leave it alone. Why would we do all that? Just to confirm what we already know? Huh? Being a student is about challenging your beliefs and trying new things? Are you living in the fantasy world? Yes, and what are these idealistic views? You sure know to hit where it hurts. Being a teacher means being at least a little idealistic. You say that, but you don't seem bothered at all. Okay, I understand. 本当に? Yes. I understand very well that your view of the world and ours are running along parallel lines that will never meet. God, that's hot. Your disappointment is tangible. I thought an adult would be more mature. Fine, if that's how you'd like to play it. You can't enter Arius without proving you have the right to stay first. Oh! Squad, you were and always will be traitors to us! If you really want to come back to Arius, then prove the value of your existence right here, right now. Safety's off! So this is our only option. What are you all doing right now? This is the Arius way, Sensei. You may not like it, but here, this is how it's always been. Kids grow up with their fists, after all. You're surprised to hear that from me? Oh, I'd like to choose that as a compliment. But, it's a little comforting. That makes me feel like we're really back home. Atsuko, will you be okay without your mask? Yes, it gets a bit stuffy and difficult to talk with it on. You don't have to fret over me anymore, Saori. I'm stronger than I was. Understood. Listen carefully, Sensei. Get yourself somewhere safe. Then, we'll be at your direct. This is Arius! This is Arius! If you believe in what you're saying, prove it to us! Strength is power! There is no justice without power, no beliefs without strength. And the only way you can take responsibility for your life is yourself! Girls had it rough. They're essentially trying to interrogate an entire school of child soldiers. Doing that even to one is hard. I mean, yeah! Azusa! You want to be an Arius? Survive a gunfight. I think you have to worry a little differently than that. Considering, like, literally any one of the students can survive a gunfight. Arius Squad. Prepare to engage. Oh, wait, shoot, it's a fight! Good. Less creative than Gehenna. Yeah, Gehenna is more, we do it because we want to. Arius is, this is all we know what to do. We've trained at this since birth. Gehenna is, I want what I want. Here we go. Yeah, I think about it. I've used normal heat. Oh! Oh, she says the line on her ult! God, she's so hot. Oh, baby! Keep that. Nice hit. Oh, I like that was a mask, but I guess that's just what it is. Oh! I thought we'd fight Subaru as a boss. Never mind. Alright then. Love the Arius fits. Oh no, they're... For a place that grew up like this, they absolutely slay. Classes in session. Especially Saudi. But, you know, Saudi's... Well, look at her. Oh, baby! It was a single bullet difference. But we did still win. Gotten a little rusty, have we, squad? I can't deny that. We had trouble finding our footing. Then, what's your next move? Way more than proving our value here. Rules are the rules, I guess. But those treacherous, arrogant punks! They've probably gotten into all kinds of crazy fights outside. Now that we're stacked against us from the beginning. All kinds of crazy fights outside. Cut the volume F. And cut back. But they couldn't even protect Arius. Now they think they can just throw their weight around? So silly. It's fine, Misaki. It'll be okay. It's not our right to invalidate the resentment. That Sensei person is just like that. Selfish and bullheaded. They're pretending they care about us as students, but they're just waiting for the chance to stab us in the back. Oh. Whoa! Hey! You okay? She's down. The 2 shots in the chest and 1 in the head! I barely even saw it happen! Those are hardly the skills of someone who's rusty. Atsuko? We'll endure whatever you wish to throw at us. But you would do well not to direct any of it to Sensei. Oh! Oh! God, that made my heart skip a beat. Oh! Oh God! Okay! The drill, it's a IRL military tactic involving 2 body shots followed by a clean headshot. To quickly take their targets, they can take multiple. Oh my God! Atsuko! Atsuko is ride or die. Atsuko is goddamn girl. Holy! Oh my God! There was only one time in my life someone got angry on my behalf, and it was, I'm just gonna say a sight. Whoo! I trust you can exercise at least that much reason. I'm still from Arius too. Understand? Yes, ma'am! Oh my God! The air was decidedly awkward and fearful after Atsuko's outburst. So, like, the implication is that they were holding back that fight, right? And then Saori was just like, oh, we're rusty, it's fine. Things being as tense as they were, I took this as an opportunity to liven the mood. Alright, kiddos, let's get to the God, help me! I'm feeling the cringe. You could say that, but we don't have anything a normal school has to offer. Our classrooms have been long abandoned. We have no coursework or curriculum to study, and no teachers. You really want me to keep going? Oh, I need to learn our chairs, desks, and a blackboard. And I already have some teachers in mind. Eh. So, this is it. Let's start picking up with the chairs. Look, there's even a podium and the blackboard. Oh my God, this is like end of assassination classroom Nagisa type stuff. We don't have many dictionaries here in Arius. But I guess the definition of perfect changed at one point. It's too late anyways. The sun is setting soon. First class is more of an orientation. Just a quick overview and then attendance. Are you sure, Sensei? Of course, you can do it, Saori. What exactly am I doing, Sensei? You're going to be one of our student teachers taking charge of first period! When was this decided, Sensei? Just now? My apologies for even asking. This was your grand plan, Sensei? Is this why you asked if we've been keeping up with our studies? Everything makes sense now. But I... You're ready for class this job? Oh my God! Yes, I'm ready, Miss Saori. You ought to go. Oh god. Oh no. Are you ready for teacher Saori? Saori looked distressed and incredibly awkward as she took the podium. What am I supposed to teach and how? This is a social science textbook on. We're having Saori! Saori teach social studies? Are we okay? Like in the head? I know about this. Oh! Class, take your seats so we can start. Why should we sit just because she says so? We said that Saori would make a good teacher in Volume 3, Part 4. It looks like we're about to test that theory. Oh god! There's trial by fire and then there's this! So, I guess Saori's kind of used to trial by fire, huh? Well, we're already sitting, actually. Open your notebooks. If you don't have one, use your Arius student handbook. I know you each have one of those at the very least. Our plan is well thought out, is it now? If you really don't have anything to write on, copy your neighbor's notes later. Make sure to write things down. You'll never memorize anything if you just tell yourselves that you'll remember. Understood! I'm getting war flashbacks to when Saori was our drill instructor! What subject is this again? Social studies? Before we begin, there is one thing of utmost importance I have to impart on each of you. Contracts are important! Oh yeah, we're doing this! Contracts? What is this? Some outside world thing? A contract is a document drawn up between two parties to serve as legal proof of their mutual agreement of the terms they agreed upon. It doesn't matter how perfect or strong or efficient you are when you work. Without a contract, you'll never be paid. You'll cut open your hands, pour out your heart and soul, and leave with nothing, but even your dignity. And it'll happen to you over and over and over again. Concept from Jean-Jacques Rousseau. It's pretty important in Western political philosophy. I see. Do you think she's okay? Absolutely not. That's her trauma talking. Like the top strat screen and your classmates' PowerPoints are a blessing of education. Honestly. I know, right? This sounded really personal. It is. Are you in there, Sao? Saori? Thus, social contract theory says that society has no meaning of its own, and is instead an artificial concept maintained by the agreement and compliance of its members. So while it is of artificial origin, society assumes that every contributing member is granted inherent, inalienable rights from birth. Excuse me, I have a question. What is it, Maya? If society isn't real, doesn't that mean those inherent rights aren't real either? Good question. At first glance, the statement seems contradictory, but society is upheld by assumptions and agreements. It benefits the whole to assume that every person is born with what we call our human rights. And that assumption creates a better foundation for society. So yes, none of it is real or true, however choosing to believe in it serves everyone in the end. Silicon is the core of civilization? Oh. I've never thought of it like that before. There's a bell system?! And that's all for today. If you have questions, write them down and bring them to our next class. It would be unfair of me to ask you to study in advance, but you should review what you can. Review is one of the most important parts of studying. How did I do something? You're even better than expected, Miss Jame. As a fellow teacher, I was touched. I'm not quite used to being called that yet. But thank you for saying that. I'm relieved. Yup, is physics. Miss Imashino? Excuse me, physics. Of all things, what is this, Sensei? What, ballistics is basically classical mechanics? That's actually true, which infuriates me to do it! When you're losing an argument and you realize the other person is right. Ugh, fine. Oh no! First, memorize the formulas. You're all exercising your brains for the first time. My expectations are low, at least until we get further into the curriculum. You should be grateful that math and physics start with memorizing formulas. If you can understand everything I'm talking about already, then consider yourself a genius. Go become a physicist or rocket scientist. Misaki! Although, the smarter you are, the easier it is for your field of vision to narrow to just numbers and facts. Empathy and compassion play their own role in the sciences. Hello, I am Hikari Atsuko, and I'll be teaching you biology. Let's dive right into the lesson. Biology is both fun and important. For example, what is a gene? What is the process for living things to produce offspring? Atsuko! Atsuko, stop! 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 Are you suggesting that I skip over important theories, Sensei? Don't worry, you can trust me, Sensei. Then why don't we start with what meiosis is? Eh? And that wraps up our look at the components and organelles that make up a cell, including the genes. If you remember anything, remember that a cell is the basic unit of life. Uh-oh. Are we sure this was a good idea again? Well, hi, everyone. It's, been a while. So, you see... What am I doing up here today? I'm not like the others. I just read a lot of magazines. I knew the solution. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mitosis? Mitosis? Isn't mitosis different? Meiosis? Mitosis? Yeah, that's different. Meiosis? Mitosis? Huh? You want to talk about how people live on the outside? Like what they wear and what they eat, how they live? Guys, the things I've seen in magazines? I could totally do that, probably. If you don't mind me starting over. Hi, everyone. This might sound really random, but, what does everyone think of fashion? Atsuko smarter than Akira? Alright. I know it doesn't seem very important, or like something you would learn in school, but fashion is really just choosing how you want to be seen. I think that's a lot more important than you'd realize. And it's a big part of people's daily lives on the outside, in fact. For intercourse? Hiyori's lecture on fashion and daily life was the most well-received of the four. Oh! Yeah, that makes sense. It helped that their teacher were their peers, people they already knew and had grown up with. Bit by bit, we chipped away at the other students' wariness towards studying. Which was my cue to step in. After everything we've discussed so far, we can draw the following conclusion. A self-evident proposition is something that's clear by its very nature. Surprisingly, a lot of the students were able to follow the lesson. Most. Next, we talk about what happened in the Arc of Atrahasis and how we had to do multi-dimensional analyzation. First, radio waves! Not everyone, of course. But all of that is simply part of the school life. To wrap, great job, everyone. Thank you. Man, it hurts. I guess it wasn't all that bad, though. Hey, give me your notes. You didn't take your own? I'm not going to lie, I totally spaced out. This will be your room, if you could call it that. I apologize, Sensei. This is the best we have. I actually brought a sleeping bag. This is heaven! Saori? Sensei, do you have time to talk? I'll try not to take up too much of your time. I'd like to talk about some things with you, please. Scars and what remain. Though paying attention can be convenient. Personally, I crammed a lot. I was a straight A student though, except for that one time with like my advanced chemistry class, but yeah. In schools and they ever did IRL, it truly be like that sometimes. Sometimes all it takes is something of your interest to talk about something and suddenly you know things you never thought you'd talk about or would know. But sometimes it's just that little push. I'd like to talk about some things with you, please. Like, if you take interest in enough things, our brain naturally puts more brain power into it. And because of that, we pay more attention to it, which allows us to absorb more information. I only have bottled milk tea or barley tea, though. Yes, please. Either is fine. You changed your user. Oh, I still call you Nihilist? Or should I call you Steven Nihil? But good to see you, Nihilist. I hope you're doing well. Or Steve, either is fine. Oogie. Sat in silence for a while, sipping for our bottles as we unwound from the day. Saori was tense, and I could tell she had a lot on her mind. By the way, your class today was amazing. Because you had to deal with the Common Core in high school, it's why you like great teacher Onizuka, assassination class in this game, of course. I mean, assassination classroom made me really enjoy that stuff. For me, it's like why I got super into psychology for a while because of Persona. You see for almost a decade now, so you thought you might as well make it your username on Twitch. Hontoni! I'm used to calling you Nilla. Really? Even you don't think you could have done as well? Too much flattery is a little embarrassing, Sensei. You meant it? And you knew you were right to ask us? Oh, I used to teach all of them in the past as a drill instructor. But this experience, it's motivating me to study harder. Teaching is its own form of learning? I suppose you would have to understand the subject thoroughly to teach it to someone else. Yeah, you do. I think I still have my Word doc when I taught Lucy Kirby lore. All the little notes I have and stuff. I agree with that. Like the fog lifted as I began to explain things. Kirby lore stream was so funny. I'm glad you liked it, even though it was a long time ago. It uses my 1.0 model, where I had no clue what I was doing most of the time. But I do like explaining lore a lot. If I'm able to. And there's something else? Learn more and more from each of you, all the time. How can we teach you anything? A teacher's job is to guide those with less experience, is it not? I'm not as experienced as you would think, Saori. And there's a lot you lose as you age. I get to learn from them all over again for my students. Was Cursed Lord that I'm really into explain to a friend that knows nothing about it? Yeah, it's kind of the rough part. Because when it comes to friends, a lot of them won't take an interest unless I ask them to. Like, was it Kirby saying that was because Lucy had interest in it at the time? Lucy is 100% the type of person, though, where she has to have or is into something, or she will listen to, like, every fifth word if you're lucky. Get Lucy into Tuhu? That's really hard. That's super difficult for her. Because, like, with similar games like Blue Archive or Neptunia, she wasn't that... Like, she was into it, but wasn't that into it. You know what I mean? Like, if I tried to interest her in something, she would quickly, like, try to talk about anything else. Like Misia Izakaya, I think she liked that more for the gameplay than the characters, it seems like. You've taught people how to cook, and they tend to remark you're typically pretty reserved and shy, but the second I'm in the kitchen, you become a drill instructor. Is that how it is? I've been told I tend not to shut up if I'm actually, like, super interested in something. I tend to be really to myself IRL. Like, I always consider myself a background character, I'm not gonna lie. It's a cute trait. It's really not. I think I'm annoying. It's why I've learned to shut up about it most of my life. It's also the fact that most people who listen to me just don't give a fuck. At least that's what it feels like. I see. It's hard for me to understand, but I will one day. At times, Sensei. You speak a bit like a geezer. Are you okay, Sensei? Did you choke? Are you sick? No, that was the despair of someone forced to face undeniable truth! No! Oh my god! Oh no! Did we just get called a hag? Oh my god, this reminds me of Freerin, where she was like crying for 3 days! 3 days! Meanwhile, Himmel saw all that and said, this is the most beautiful girl I will ever meet in my life. Which is true. There is only one OG-san in Kivitos, and she's in the penthouse right now! But no, I remember when I was like really into Mega Man, and like I could talk about Battle Network, Star Force, Zero, ZX lore, like all the time. I even got a little bit into the like X lore because I want to like know what happens before Zero and all that, and I learned about like the Elf Wars and all that, and really wish that was part of the game because there was a whole thing with like with like Zero coming back and X, and then he gets sealed again. Yeah. Himmel saw that and said, "Wife." To be fair, I do not blame him. Because in that situation, I would also see Freerin and immediately think wife. Because I did. Freerin is wife. Should I not have used that word? It was my first time. I've heard someone say it once, so I wanted to try. Who if not Shale Sensei? Have you been to Abydos? I truly am sorry. Even if you forgive me, Saori's face fell as she slowly trailed off. I waited patiently for her to find the words as she sipped at her drink. Drink a few more times. Sensei, I'm sorry. Again, something else. All these apologies may be ineffective in communicating my intentions. I might have a repeat of the cruise at this rate. A never-ending carousel of apologies that leads us nowhere. How long would it take me to explain Nasuverse lore if I were given the chance? I would need like a week straight. Like for Fate by itself, I think I would need a week. Let alone all the other stuff in the Nasuverse. Like the freaking dead apostles and everything? I would be like, oh god! Don't do that to me. Don't. No, absolutely not. And I'm probably gonna miss something too, knowing. Like there's notes. There's notes, and then there's obviously all of Fate. And then there's Garden of Sinners, right? And then also where the funny vampire is from. And then there's one other aspect, right? God. We might have a repeat of the cruise at this rate. Oh, a never ending. Oh, yeah. Kind of reminds me of interspecies reviewers where people that are sensitive to mana can tell the age of a person by sensing the mana in their body. So they call elf hags even if they look very young because they can tell they're like 500 years old. But they also really like the wrinkly human grandmas because their mana is only 70 years old. Ah, yes. Everyone's got a type. Interspecies reviewers is interesting. You probably can tell who my favorite is like a mile away. But like, I've yet to watch it. I've only seen clips, but I do want to watch it. Witch of the Holy Night? Is that the other aspect I'm forgetting? I apologize if what I'm about to ask is rude, Sensei. I hope I don't come across as rude. This is simply the result of my resolve to face my crimes. Being back here made me realize something. Aoko Aozaki? I never apologized to you, not even once. It's okay, Saori. It's really interesting because they lure you with the loot aspect, but under it is a really well-constructed fantasy world. Is it now? Maybe I should watch it. It's just being back here. Being brings back a lot of memories in more ways than one. Sensei? I still haven't properly apologized to you, Sensei. Almost forgot about the transfer students. Oh, that did feel abrupt at the time. I didn't realize why that was, though. 'Cause we were deflecting! However, could you indulge me for a little bit, Sensei? I realize I'm being selfish. Lately, I felt stuck in that moment, as if the past is binding me to it, demanding I find the courage to face it. Teams really dropped it or took ages to release anything? Honto. I can't do that while I'm here, where everything began. I don't know if I'll ever be able to return to those kids. I'll be stuck, wading through the sludge of regret and guilt. Let's do it together then. Then. Could you show me your stomach, Sensei? Ah! Saori! I realize how it sounds, but that's not what I meant at all. They tried to give context this time. Bruh. I need to see it with my own eyes, Sensei. Your scar. The traces left on you, Sensei. Oh. Oh, fuck. Don't mind me. Everything Saori had been saying finally clicked into place for me. So whether it was for the best or not, I did as she asked and pulled up my shirt. I know I could do like this for immersion, but like I feel like I'm also taking away from it at the same time. That's... Do we actually get to see it? No. Saori reached out, her fingertips tracing gently along the raised ridges of my scar. Tremors in her hands were so intense I could feel them on my skin without even looking. Saori. I'm sorry. Sensei, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just so... I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry. What do I do? How do I make this better? How do I fix this? Sensei. Our sensei. How could someone like me... How could I... I am... Saori crumpled to the ground as if she was collapsing from the weight of her guilt. Slowly, gently, I placed my hands on her shoulders. Hey, it's okay. Sensei, you saw it yourself. I've healed. I'm okay. It doesn't hurt. I promise it doesn't hurt at all. It doesn't matter. I scarred you. It's still there. It'll be there forever. I know that. That much I've learned, Sensei. These are the consequences of my actions. No matter what I do, the things I have done have left wounds that will never, ever truly heal. The scars of my very existence scattered into thorns that hurt everything and everyone around me. I will never be able to erase those traces. Yesterday, now, and forevermore. If this is how things are, I'd rather... Don't ever say something like that. I can't bear to hear something so sad from my own students. Sensei, I can't lie to you, Saori. These are wounds that will never heal. The thing about humans is that even with those scars, we're remarkably strong. We bear them. We live on together. Bear them together? How people are meant to live? But I still don't know. I really don't know. The only thing I've learned is that I know nothing at all. I truly believed if I could face what I've done, I could finally move forward. I delude myself into thinking that if I could look at it with my own eye, I could forgive myself. All of that was all just arrogance on my part, wasn't it? Saori. Yes? If you could travel back to the past, to Saori back then, what would you say to her? Oh my god. How strange. I've thought about that many times over. And every time I did, I was overcome with regret. I resented that idiotic brat who hurt others and committed crimes without second thought, without considering the consequences of her actions, with little regard for the lives she would destroy. I wish I could talk to that brat after slapping her across the face at least once. Ask her if she understood the gravity of what she intended to do. I want to shake her until she comes to her senses, until she sees how dark and desolate the path she's walking down is. That's impossible now. That brat is gone. It's just me. Me trying to understand the very consequences she so selfishly ignored. Since I can't do that, I have no other option but to keep moving forward on the path she set us upon, to try to right it somehow. That's all there is to it. Yes, that's all there is to it. And that's more than enough, Saori. Sensei, do you hear me, Saori? That's enough. Even if the whole world points their finger at you? So you think I'm guilty? Let me finish talking! If I can make the world a better choice, if I can make the better choice next time, and if I've grown enough to stop and think before I act next time, that's enough for you? If I can promise you that, you'll be there, as many times as it takes. I feel like I'm talking to Mika all over again. Infinite chances, right? Saori sobbed and cried out all her feelings, all her guilt. I rubbed her back, comforting her until the sobs turned to quiet sniffles and hiccups. You know, something is different here in Arius. What's different? The first class helped to ease the tensions, and we were able to talk to each other. Their quality of life has improved. Water time is more peaceful tea time now, and they've been receiving 3 proper meals a day. Of course, the entire district is still run down, but money and supplies have started circulating, even if only slightly. Although, I still don't understand where it's all coming from. Regardless, something has shifted in Arius. I suppose it's not surprising, though. Nothing in this world stays exactly the same forever. Sometimes change is a good thing. You have to remember Saori is the only student that has seriously harmed Sensei. If circumstances were slightly different, she would have doomed Kivatos. Yeah. I don't have a name for this feeling yet. All I can say is that it's good to see that their lives have improved, no matter how slightly. Sensei, do you think there's any hope for us too? We can start building from here. When you're laying bricks one by one, it feels endless. But all that effort comes together to create an entire structure. I see. I'm grateful that we met you, Sensei. To have you had you by our side until now. We're truly lucky. Without you, actually, all of us probably would have... Sensei, I'm only postulating, but I have a question. Could I sleep here with you tonight? Don't look that shocked, Sensei. I was making a joke. But someone who never makes a joke makes one out of nowhere, it's a little shocking! I see. I'll keep that in mind for the future. Who's to say? Well, I don't have the most comfortable room to get back to. But I should still return to it. Good night, Sensei. That line from Saori made you what? Did she want to sleep with... Wait, no, I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse. Shut up, Aki. Sleep well, Saori. Oh my god. I was actually stunned there. No, keep going. Oi! Listen, 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 listen. Just because I think Saori is an absolute baddie, shut up. Saori closed the door, paused, and rested against it for a moment. I said I was only making a joke. A part of me may have meant it to... Hello?! Huh? Sleep well, Sensei. I don't know if I can look Saori in the eyes anymore. Subaru, are you sleeping? Oh, Maya. No, I'm not. Why don't you come in? It's okay. I was just checking in. Oh? You think I would be here nursing my pride, sulking over my loss against the squad and Sensei? No way! That's not what at all. I absolutely definitely wasn't thinking about that I definitely wasn't thinking that, Subaru. Don't worry. I understand why you'd think that. Oh my god, her face though! I said that's not it! I'm sorry, Maya. I'm just teasing. There's nothing to worry about, okay? Tears for this one. Really? Really? Maybe now isn't the time to talk about this, but Arius' hatred won't be satiated so easily. By the way, did you have fun today? In class? Well, did you, Subaru? Hey, we've talked about this. We'll never get anywhere if you always answer questions with another question. I'm sorry, Subaru. It's hard for me to say. I've never experienced anything like that before. There's too much going on. But it's also really incredible in its own way. Like, wow! So that's how things work out there. Made me realize just how separate our two worlds were. Uh-oh. Actually, that's not exactly right. They still are two entirely different worlds. I can't deny that. But a lot has still changed here. Most importantly, there's enough food to go around now, so we've taken steps forward in our own way. That's the best part of all of this. I have a question about that. All this food, the snacks and the meals, don't they cost money? So how? Do you really want to know, Maya? Huh? Yes? What you notice, there's no going back. There are some things that we are better off not knowing that will warp your understanding of the world. Are you serious? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Forgive me. Subaru! It is true, though. New knowledge shapes your perspective. It molds the way you view certain circumstances, and you won't be able to unlearn it. The Sensei's lessons today. Subaru? In this world, you can't change or do anything without money. Everyone wants the next best thing, but there's a finite number of resources in the world. Scarcity causes competition, and competition causes conflict. Along the way, someone gets left behind. But society doesn't stop for anyone, until one day everyone forgets they even existed. Just like that. Just like us. Have you heard? In Kivitos, our particular set of skills is very high in demand. It's a line of work where Arius students alone hold a very unique advantage. In other words, Arius has a monopoly on the market. A line of work? A monopoly? Our unique advantage? Oh my gosh, she's doing the same thing Saori is doing? Subaru? She's killing people! Good. You're back. I assume the job is done. What's this? Please spare me! I'll do anything if you let me live. Just don't kill me, please! Explain yourself, Subaru. I told you to take care of him. Consider him a present. From now on, he lives to serve you. If you're not happy with it, I'll make him eat lead right here. No, please! Anything but that! He certainly looks the part, but taking him out will be cleaner. You get none of his assets if I kill him here. Keep him and everything he owns is yours. Down to his socks. You can have anything you want, just don't kill me. I can be useful. How can you ensure my safety? You could turn on me at any moment. Tell him you have Arius on speed dial. That'll keep him in check.
It's tempting, but you're nothing but a mercenary. You'll stab me from the behind as soon as I turn my back on you. I am no common criminal looking for the next buck. Without the reputation, a mercenary is nothing. Wild card in the business that doesn't like surprises? Some mercenaries have to be reliable to survive. Fine. I'll trust you on this. Good work.
This market's as good as ours.
Most people barely know what Arius is, and those who do dismiss it as dirty slums. Do they not realize how filthy the outside world they live in is?
Does that mean you've killed someone before?
Not yet.
Oh! What a relief. That's good to hear. But you can get paid for doing that?
I don't actually do the deed, just close enough. It usually works out in the end. It's common to say that people don't change. I've learned that's not true. When people are face to face with death, they change. It's like instinct. So is a gamble who they'll become in the last moment. Maybe they've changed too. Who in this world lives closer to death than we do? Because we're Arius. Might just be me, but money is just money. There's no such thing as clean or dirty money. 1 yen is always just 1 yen. If I had the luxury to think about things like that, I consider myself blessed. The longer I do this kind of work, the more I can feel it wear away at my soul. When you attack something that looks human, it gets inside your head. Maybe humans evolved that way to protect ourselves from each other.
1 in 7? 4.
What do I do when I feel that way? I say about each of you, of course. You're my reason to keep pushing forward. I've been away more lately, haven't I? I'm sorry.
No, not at all. Please don't apologize. Of all people, you shouldn't be the one apologizing. You're working so hard for us, Subaru.
And I'm happy to do it. You can make it up to me by eating lots and enjoying your youth. That's what keeps me going. Not everyone can be happy. That's the thinking of dreamers and innocence. Nobody knows better than we do. That's why the kids at Arius need somewhere to go. A place they can call home.
I got you a royal peaceful planet. Oh! Congratulations, or I'm sorry for your loss, depending on which is more applicable.
I'm going to build that home for them here. The kids that were thrown away, the ones who weren't useful to society. They can come here. Might be a little cramped for everyone to come all at once, though. It's like a little bird's nest, huh? But to be that as it may, it's this nest I want to protect. And all those baby birds can live here with a sense of safety. And baby, step by step, they'll be able to learn how it feels to live. Subaru. Remember Madame? Seriously. Just the thought of that time makes my skin crawl. There are things out there that Madame has never done. Things she never even thought to try. If I lived out my life experiencing all those things, I'd be satisfied. For the time being, that's enough. Subaru. Yeah? Play me a song! Do you know what time it is? I already played today. Just one more time, please. I'm sure everyone will hear it and love it too. I don't know how you all turned out like this. Alright, fine. Aww. So sweet.
There are Arius in us here too. Yep!
The harmonica. Subaru. That one hasn't changed at all. Hmm?
What the? What is that? Who's there? What is that? Who are you? Saori!
What the fuck? I feel like I'm drifting into a suffocating fog. What? Is that a trumpet?
Saori! No, Saori! Saori!
Fun. How can you lie to me with such a straight face? I studied really hard to prepare this time.
Oh, good. That's my Hiyori!
Guess it would have been better, but I know it will be used if you ever build a Manadium deck.
Ah.
Don't worry, crazy boy. Because there's no guarantee tomorrow will be the same as today. Just because the sun rose in the east today, you can't say with 100% certainty that it'll rise in the east tomorrow.
That's skeptical empiricism? And that leads straight into deontological ethics.
I saw that in the book you gave me, Sensei.
But where's Saori? Hello?
We will now begin the pop quiz. When Vivisas gets support as part of the Chronicles?
Is this copium or? the what?
A pop quiz? So it's a type of exam?
Oh, she's here!
Yes, it's a fast, simplified version. I'll read the questions out loud, so please write down the answers on your paper.
We talked about this.
It's like I can remember, but not really. Ow! I just remembered. She said we could ask if we don't know something, didn't she? Hey, what's the answer with this one? This one, I think... Hey, no cheating. Cheating? What is that? During exams, it's considered cheating to copy someone else's answers or talk about it with each other.
I thought we could ask if we didn't know.
When you're learning and studying. So exams are a totally different thing from studying? No idea. We come from the same school, but I seriously worry about them.
Ah?
It will either be Kashtira, Tearlament, or maybe we'll get a fourth Vistas archetype. Do we want more Tearlament support? A little... The weather's nice out. Are we looking at the same sky? The one filled with gloomy clouds.
It's out loud.
A Scareclaw? Eh? Change his personal growth when the timeline resets? Eh?
Nice is my opinion.
If you say so. Anyway, your point being, we're wasting a perfectly good day. I'm still not following.
Let's go on a field trip! What are you saying?
Is this loud? Huh? What? There's some things in life you learn with hands-on experience. You count this as schoolwork since class is still in session. You made that up on the fly to suit your needs. Ah. You could be a little sneaky at times, you know.
Yeah,
All of Kivitos is aware at this point.
that's the privilege of adulthood.
Do you want to sit, Subaru? Your feet must be tired. You too, Sensei. Don't your legs hurt? I don't feel it at all, actually. It's a little weird. I never expected I'd be back to the outside world like this.
Did we just bring all of Arius out? That's wild.
Hi, Ruka. Hello, hello. Hope you have a good day as well. It feels really different this time. Are you okay? What's wrong, Maya? I'm sorry. I'm okay. I just remembered some things. Memories? No, it's nothing, Sensei. Nothing much, at least. Girls? Maya did say she had the nightmare the other night. That's all it is. But Don't worry, Sensei. Are you sure? Yes. I've been the one playing the therapist to all the students here, you know. That's true. Sensei, where are we going first? Everything's so bright, I can't tell what's left or right. I'm assuming you came here with a plan. This field trip was your idea, in case you forgot.
Leave it to you, teacher.
Oh, look, is that building made of glass? Oh, shiny. A building like that would never last back in Arius. Do you think the squad members, they see things like this every day? Would have been nice if they could have come too. It can't be helped. Someone has to hold down the fort back in Arius. But the squad and who they are now, is it really okay to trust them with that? One way or another, Sensei's taking on the responsibility there. Right, Sensei? Mm-hmm.
I'm really closely speak to a therapist for almost all of Kivitos.
Also, if you need a therapist, Subaru, well, officially the squad stayed behind to protect Arius and watch over the district. But the real reason they couldn't join the field trip was something else entirely. At the end of the day, we're still wanted criminals.
Oh! Oh!
We can't move around freely. I prefer to avoid exposing ourselves. And I was so looking forward to going on the field trip with Sensei. Me too, but it is what it is. I'm used to disappointment. Hiyori! It's a little ironic that you're the ones who are wanted. Seriously, how long do you plan on playing Fugitive Squad? Stand down, Misaki.
Are we gonna explain what happened to Saori?
You're thinking about the squad, aren't you? Surprise. You're easier to read than you think, Sensei, especially with things like this. I'd like to ask you something. Who are the squad members to you? Arius students or something else? No reason behind it, just a passing curiosity, really. That's a good thing you two look like such a great team. Must be hard to manage some A students. What?
Huh? Eh?
What do you mean by that? My apologies. You must be the student teacher working under this fine mentor.
Make sure I haven't seen. Oh my god!
Wait, you've completely misunderstood. Sensei, help me.
There's easily flustered Subaru.
What do you mean they're smiling at me gently? Ugh! I mean it when I say you've got it wrong. This isn't... We're not...
Oh, use. Well, this is... Oh my god!
I'm trying to tell you that it's not like that!
Well...
This is freaking awesome! Weird. All the buildings are intact, bruh. Back home, the buildings are all crumbling and ruined. We usually just keep patching them until we've squeezed every last bit of use out of them. When one finally collapses, we just hold a little memorial to thank for everything until then. We're crossing the street? Should I go now?
Oh my god!
Whoa! Why are you pulling me back, Sensei?
Can't grow with the light's red.
Really? So that's how it works out here. But I don't think we get that hurt that badly from a car. We're pretty tough, you know. Huh? Trying to think of how the driver would feel? I guess I can try. A swimming pool? What is this place? They say it's an athletic facility built solely for doing something called swimming.
How is there this much clean water in one place? That's insane!
Some construction crews are we need to bring a lot to Arius. Huh? What now, Sensei? You can't drink pool water. But there's so much of it. It smells fresh, so it probably won't give you a stomachache. Huh? That smells from a chemical disinfectant called chlorine?
They even disinfect the water in the outside world?
Bruh. We're so high. at the sky, it's so blue! That's what a river looks like. Wow. Thing's called a bridge, right? How in the world did they build that?
Oh my god, they're shouting? Okay, Sensei!
Are you tearing up right now, Sensei? Huh? You're just really grateful we're so cooperative?
Would it be funny if it's red? Huh?
Now that you mention it, it's kind of weird. Back then, I hated listening to adults talk. Well, that's because all they ever did was threaten and beat us.
Yeah, I'm really happy Madame's dead. This guy? Bruh.
I know what this is. It's a hamburger.
Yeah, I had one before. Subaru buys them for us sometimes.
This definitely tastes the same, but someone feels different. Wonder why. Maybe because we're eating it somewhere new?
Yeah, that could be it. Oh my god!
But you said we can have as much as we want. Because other people have to use a dispenser too? Oh, I didn't think of that. Huh? You're thanking us for lining up properly? It's a little embarrassing to be praised by something that basic, Sensei.
Yeah, if you didn't line up properly or cut in line when we get rations, they punish you until you blacked out. The concern only raises, and the thankfulness that Madame is dead, it only goes higher.
Oh, where are we now, Sensei? It's insanely loud. So many flashing lights. Ugh. Huh? This place is called a game center? What's a game?
Don't lie to us, Sensei. There's no way something like that exists in this world. Electronic machines made only for fun?
All the machines here do look like fun.
Oh no, look, you have to pay to play even one time. That's highway robbery!
They'll spend their precious money on fun?
Teachers got you covered? Really? Bruh.
I don't really get it. How is this a field trip for school? Huh? We're learning math, a hands-on lesson on functions. What are you even talking about? Wait, what?
Let me make sure I heard you correctly.
Functions are a rule where an input goes in and then the output comes out. And arcade, you press buttons, the input,
and your character moves the output! And that's why it's a hands-on lesson in function. What is happening?
That was the most creative, original, and idiotic
clone of nonsense I've ever heard!
Huh? I wouldn't even believe the kinds of nonsense that circulates in the outside world. I'm okay with being ignorant then, thank you.
Oh my god. What was that? No way! Oh, Arisu? Just one more game!
You worked really hard today, Sensei. I'll give you that much. So what lesson lies in this park? When it's time to rest, it's best to rest? I won't say that's wrong. Even during the training we were forced to go through, we tried to sneak in breaks whenever we could.
We're all so full of energy!
You're welcome to join training anytime you want, Sensei. Those days are behind you. You hope I'm having fun? In my own way, I am enjoying this moment. Right now, at least. Silence fell between us for a short moment. We both looked up at the sky, sitting side by side. The sky sure is blue. Whether it was because of the location or the climate, the sky over Arius, more often than not, was gray. Hey, Sensei. Say, hypothetically, if someone really wanted to throw their life away, is it even possible to stop them?
Subaru.
What expression you're making? Why the dark turn in topic? No reason. You don't always need some special reason to bring something up, do you? Was that a serious question? Yes, very much so. I'd like you to answer seriously too, Sensei. This is the kind of lesson, right? Someone's face flashed quickly through my mind. So as she suggested, we pretended we were in class. To be honest, I don't think it was serious. What? Wait a second. Should you really be acting that way? As an educator? You just want to see your poor teacher panic, right? No, it's not like that. It's not like I've never had those kinds of thoughts, but seriously. How do you go on living when nothing makes you happy? I guess I can see that. Well, it's idealistic to think life is just about being happy. Ideals are inherently good. There's something to strive and hope for. But you're trying to say that complete happiness isn't possible? And what's more realistic? Happiness is something that helps us keep moving forward, even if those moments are few and far between. That's true. People rarely get rewarded for their efforts, no matter how hard they try. So if someone is in unbearable pain, even if they beg you to let them go. Even if you don't have the answer, do you? Even you don't have the answer, do you? There's just one thing I do know. If something like that did happen, you would blame yourself for letting things get that bad for them. Exactly. Because we probably had a kind of obligation to serve as each other's reason. You know, if that's true, Sensei, I want to ask you, just to know, does that mean you could serve as my reason, Sensei? If things turned out that way, I think that would be wonderful. Just like how, right now, the Arius kids are yours. What? I don't think I ever said that! Huh? There are things adults just know by looking? Sensei, come here for just a sec! I'm on my way! Seriously. Jumping to conclusions when they don't know anything. I guess Sensei wasn't too far off, though. Seriously. Subaru, there you are! May I ask for your help for something, please? Huh? Of course. What is it? Final part. Field trip 2. Over there, Subaru. Look, the tree. Bird? Oh, child! My precious baby. My kitty. Oh! Sensei's the father, Subaru's the mother, and Arius students are their kids. Oh my god. The kitten is stuck into that tree. He must have climbed up there without realizing how hard it would be to get down. I've only read about things like this happening. The classic superhero setup. How do we get it down? I tried my best, but I can't do much. I have an idea. Let's handle this Arius style. Excuse me, please step back! Huh? What? What are you doing? Did she just shoot at the kitten? That made it jump down. Got you. You're safe now. Here, your kitty. What are you thinking? What would you have done if my cat got hurt, or worse? I was just... Creatures tend to freeze if they're afraid. I was just trying to shock it out of that. What are they teaching at school these days? Look at that emblem, it can't be. No, it is. They're Arius students? They are? Aren't they the ones who caused the Eden Trinity tragedy? What are you delinquents doing in our neighborhood? This is why a child's upbringing is important. It's not just their fault. Surely part of it problem lies with Kivatos. We're called the Academy City, but look how the students' education has been neglected. Other districts aren't nearly as terrible as them. Normal school, oh my god! I think gunfights may be par for the course, but some kids are just bad kids. Sweetie, you mustn't get too close to those people. Why? Be good and listen to mommy, okay? Okay. Uh, Maya! What's wrong? Been paid for 5 days? You mean to say you don't have any academic records at all? That was Maya?! I always thought that if it was outside, things would be different. There's no paradise for runaways. But I still held onto my dreams. I fervently grasped for what they called hope. Get a hold of yourself! Subaru? I just remembered something. That day happened just like this. What do you mean? Come on, Maya. Let's get up. If we stay like this, people are really going to start to judge us. Subaru, Hey, you're safe right now. It's okay. Everything's going to be fine. Even I almost got carried away. I can't let that happen again. I have to be one to look out for everyone. If things turned out that way, I think that would be wonderful. Or is it Subaru's thoughts? Jeez, that's Sensei. I can't let my guard down around them. What about Sensei? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Sensei isn't a bad person. Relatively, you could probably say they're one of the good ones. Not every adult is like them. The world isn't all good either, that's for certain. Subaru, are you sure you're okay? Yeah, don't worry about me. We managed to safely return the kitten to its owner. That's what matters, right? I think so? Good. Let's head back. We don't want to attract any more attention. Tea! Remember when we only had warm water to drink? Thanks to Subaru, we've had things like tea now. It feels kind of different drinking it here, right? Like everything is so busy around us. We're just standing here doing nothing and drinking tea. This is amazing! Subaru? What? No, it's nothing. I'm fine. Really? But what a surprise. Hello, Sensei. Suzumi! And who are all these people? Raisa! Hello, Sensei, and all the friends I have. Oh my god, she is possibly the best person, but also the worst person to meet at a time like this. What? Hello. What's Vigilante crew doing here and not studying? We are studying! We're just patrolling too! Academic and public safeties are equally important. Oh, I've already used that excuse. You have, Raisa. Oh, that's good to hear. No part of that is good, though. Anyway, who are these people? We're also Sensei students. Huh? Really? Us too. So you're from Arius, right? Arius? Oh, right! I remember now! I heard about that! Come to think of it, even back then, that idol of the Vigilante crew, this Uziwa race. Oh my god. Yes, sure, exactly. I tried to explain to her as simply and fairly as possible. They do okay, Sensei? Was she not aware? What was Raisa doing? Thank you, Susumi. Thank you. But that's how Trinity views what happened in Arius' involvement. People do tend to interpret things in ways that benefit them the most. Even so. In any case, it's nice to see you all enjoying yourselves here. Oh, isn't that, like, totally normal? Why is it nice? I feel like I stepped on a weird landmine. I'm real sorry! No, it's fine. It'd be hard to understand from the point of view of a Trinity student. So this is the Vigilante crew? I've heard that you do patrols around the district without any pay or recognition. That's right! We stand for justice everywhere! Raisa? That's impressive. Although you must have a lot of free time. Yep, Trinity, Arius, honestly, I don't really get all that stuff. We just do this because we want to. So, we want to help you out too, in our own way. What? How? Like this! Race up! Look at this one! These thugs dug traps at the road to collect tolls from passersby. And this is the photo of me shoving them headfirst into their own pit. Race up! How? That's what someone who looks like after being dug out upside down. That's hilarious! And then this photo. I'm glad they're all getting along. Raisa can be a little excessively energetic. I think excessively energetic is low-key what they need right now, though. It's a relief that it seems to be befitting everyone here. Huh? You guys? If Raisa or I did something to offend... Everything goes at their own pace. I understand that. I just wish there was something I could do. How's everyone doing? You have fun with Raisa? Subaru, it's just kind of... Hello! I'm Uzawa Raisa! Your name was Subaru, right? Yes, that's right. I never properly introduced myself. Nice to meet you, Raisa. And you as well, Suzumi. I really am sorry if we did anything to upset you. Not at all. Nothing like that. If you really think about it, it's a little rude of us to even be here. Huh? I don't think that at all. I'm really happy to get to meet all of you. Even if it's just words. That's nice to hear. Thank you. It's similar to being told that if I keep on living, everything will work out somehow. I think so too, because there's lots of love in the world and peace. Ah. Let me ask you something. Sure, there's love and there's peace. But what if there isn't? If things don't work out the way you think they will, what do you do? Risa scared the mobs away. They're intimidated by her positive aura. Why bring up something that scary all of a sudden, you ask? No reason. You don't always need some special reason to bring them up, do you? Excuse me? Me? Understood, Sensei. I'll do my best. Well, it's not as if I think it's a given that everything will always be okay. Things go wrong more often than not in life. That's just how it is. But I think you have to believe anyway. It's not a feeling as much as it is a choice. A choice of the ideals we want to follow. Ideals, huh? Yes. Those ideals won't be fulfilled today, tomorrow, maybe ever. However, if I can take at least one step a day towards achieving them, then that's enough for me. Progress isn't an overnight endeavor. It's the culmination of all the little choices we make. That's why we don't look to be paid for what we do. The justice we uphold is the compensation. Exactly, that's it! The answer was so you, Suzumi! I see, that was very helpful. What idealistic optimist through and through. Most people see that as a good thing. Makes it easy to ignore the fact that optimism is just a result of a good environment and circumstances. Subaru? Yeah. Ah, I see. Right. Sensei, if you'll excuse us for a bit, you two members of the Vigilante crew, I'm going to take a little stroll with these two. Sure. What is it? Well, I can guess. This has been hard, hasn't it? Yes? I think after those lessons, it feels even worse. How come? The ones who are all buddy-buddy with the Vigilante crew, they're the same ones who have been trying really hard in class. But for us, we hate listening to those people talk. It just makes us so mad. Are we bad people, Subaru? No, not at all. That's the most natural reaction in this world. At least that's how I'd feel. The world we've lived in, those Trinity kids couldn't even being to imagine. Those Trinity couldn't even being to imagine. I feel like that's a typo.
Subaru.
In the end, believing that everything will work out is easy. Believing there's no sin in the world, that all its twisted parts will untangle somehow, is easy. From what I've seen, those easy beliefs are the ones that are the furthest from reality. Have you heard? These days they say the rich are kind. They're nice, gentle, and mild-mannered even. It's because the rich don't lack for anything. So, through their eyes, the world must be such a beautiful, peaceful place. But for us, exactly, that's their world. Our world is nothing like their soft bed of flowers. Privileged children like them will never understand. They can look at us and boo-hoo and pity us. At the end of the day, it just gives them a feeling of self-satisfied superiority. Reminds me of what Nagisa said early on. If those brats saw the hell we've experienced, would they look away or stand by their beliefs? And just how long will they keep averting their eyes from their own complicity in creating that hell? Subaru? Are you okay? Your face, you look... What about my face? Never mind. It's nothing. Anyways, it's about time, isn't it? I'll let Sensei know that we should be heading back. Back home. Back to our Arius. Flower, they have no idea, do they? Absolutely not. Spend 2 minutes with Tsurugi, see what happens. Or, dread it as I may, Hanako. The bundle of chaos, says Hanako. Yes! Yes. So I did see a post about, like, would Arius fit with Gehenna? And the answer was also no, and I kind of agree. With the fact they would probably see their chaos as their own kind of freedom, that they're the kind of freedom that they're able to choose. Meanwhile, Arius doesn't get that choice. One meeting with Tea Party and you'll understand. Welcome back, Sensei. Everyone, your timing is impeccable. We have a situation that may require your assistance. Huh? Sensei, over there. We should teach a recent history class on everything that has happened that Arius was involved in. Yeah? Volume F. Go forth with faith and honor in your heart. Medicine knows no borders. Huh? Wait! The Remedial Knights! Good evening, Sensei, and to all the rest as well. What? Why are you here? Hello, Sensei. Hello, it's us, Sensei. Why are the Remedial Knights here? The sound of someone in need of aid called to us, so we marched toward it in accordance with our duty. Did we continue to chapter 2? Huh? It ends there? Huh? Also nice. Okay. It truly just... How was it? I liked it a lot. I really like how we're seeing Subaru's perspective, and I'm very curious about where it'll go with her and Maya. Too early for mine to come crashing at Mine. Either way, it's I need more. Once more, I need the next main story update. Oh no. Oh, good lord. Did I do the sweeps? I did. Allow me to just, you know.
It definitely makes me want to pull for Subaru. I will say that. whenever Bear comes around, but oof. Oof. Oh, goodness. I need more blue archive. I always need more blue archive. My god. Anyway, I definitely need to see why the hell the remedial knights showed up now. Ugh. Answers for chapter 2, whatever that releases, I suppose. Also, more Suzumi, which is always a blessing. Event archive exists, that's true, but you know what I mean. But I'll see you guys next time, okay? It's really fun. I'm happy I got to play this again. I'll see you guys next time. Sayonara. Bye-bye. I'm probably gonna knock. I sneeze a lot. It's always when I play Blue Archive or Fate. I end up sneezing a lot and nearly getting sick. Ugh. It sucks. Wait. Waiting. Wait for what? Eh? Nani? Am I going to play Amorphia? We'll see what happens. See you guys. Bye.